Hey, it's Kate.
Hey, it's Joanna.
Do you like women who laugh like Roseanne?
Do you like jumping in a pool full of lemon juice covered in paper cuts?
Do you like loading a bowl at the end of a hard day? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, you should listen to Butt Stuff on the Journey into Comics Network.
The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. Join me, Dick, on a podcast about music, movies, television, all with a taste of metal. This is Podcastrophe.
Well, hello everybody. Dick here once again. This is Podcastrophe episode 8. We are getting ever so close to that fabled episode 10 that my podfather Nate Phillips keeps referring to. Like he always says, podcasts, he can determine if they're going to be successful or not, whether they get to episode 10 or not. I mean, sure, some fall off after 10, but it's usually a good sign if you can get 10 episodes in. Apparently, I've never had a goal. I've never had a goal with my podcast. I just wanted to do it and have fun doing it. I don't want to be the best. I just want to have fun. But today is a fun day. I have my good friend that I've known for ever so long, my friend Matt Wilcox. How are you today, Matt?
I'm good. Hi, everyone.
You came all the way down here from Chicago.
That I did. I came from Chicago, moved there in February from here,
Yeah.
and then decided, you know what? I'm going to move to Chicago. So I did.
And how you liking it up there?
It's fun. It's hustle bustle, busy, and, kind of everything that you hear about Chicago is true.
Yeah.
But don't really see a lot of it. Like, all the violence. I mean, I've seen some weird shit, I'll be honest. Like,
yeah. We saw some pretty weird shit a couple weeks ago up there.
One time I got into the subway, and there was a homeless gentleman who had thrown up in the car that I got in. He was sleeping with his ass hanging out in the chair, and I just had to sit across from him. And the only thing that went through my mind was, why in the hell did I pick this car to get into? Why couldn't it be the one in front of it or the one behind it? It had to be this one.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, Chicago's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying you were moving up to Chicago. I was bummed. I was like, oh. I mean, I know we didn't really hang out much before that, but it's still always a bummer, like, knowing, like, someone that you could possibly hang out moves even farther away.
Yeah, I mean,
But
well,
now-
we didn't hang out a lot, but I mean, we still talked and everything. Holy shit, my voice just cracked. Guess I'm going through puberty again. But yeah, I mean, we didn't hang out, but we had our lives. Shit, we're old.
Yeah.
We're old
exactly.
now.
We are. Shit, we used to hang out, like, almost every day, at least every Wednesday.
Yeah, at least every Wednesday. Good old Arby's runs, man.
Yeah, in high school, Matt had the car. He was the friend with the car.
I was the designated driver.
And we would Arby's. It just opened up, like, I think our sophomore year of high school.
Sophomore or junior, one of those two.
I think it was our junior year.
I think it was.
Arby's opens up in Delphi, where an empty Hardee's building had sat for like nearly 10 years.
Yeah, like 10 years, Hardee's was been gone, and this building just sat there.
Yeah, it was just completely empty. Like, huge parking lot, huge space, and like basically the west entrance to Delphi, I guess.
I guess you're coming from Lafayette.
Yeah, you're
That'd
coming
be the
from
south, I think. Wouldn't it be south entrance?
No, because south is like Delphi, or Delphi, Delphi Community High School. I mean,
Either way, it's coming.
South
It's
is Delphi.
coming into Delphi.
yeah, and it's just like this big open empty space, and so when that opened up, we just ate there a lot, like.
And then we just stopped.
Yeah, we just out of nowhere stopped like halfway through our junior year, maybe.
Yeah, it was called Arby's Wednesday. We would go there, we'd eat, always ring the bell.
Yeah.
I
We'd
think it was
sometimes
like
dress up, too.
Yeah, we had the pictures of like us in like stupid hats and other kind of shit like that. But
I still have all those pictures, too.
I think you do, yeah. And then, yeah, we just randomly stopped, and then what, like 2 years later?
I have a
close?
whole. Oh my god! So I just pulled up my pictures folder, and I have an entire album dedicated to Arby's Wednesdays.
I mean, we did go there a lot.
Oh shit!
Look how you look weird without facial hair. Why do I have a guitar?
I don't know. That was your guitar, and you just brought it to Arby's once.
I can't even play guitar.
And I wore my chemistry glasses. And there I am with a guitar, not being able to play it either.
Yeah, but at least you can play it somewhat now.
Somewhat. Oh yeah, here's me gargling some fucking curly fries. Whatever happened to that hoodie? I like that hoodie. Ringing the bell. Man, you were skinny.
Dude, I'm like 100
I was
pounds.
skinny.
I'm like 100 pounds heavier now. And like
I'm at least 80 pounds heavier.
40 stretch marks minus.
Oh my god, the pimp hat.
The pimp hat, yes. I was the Arby pimp.
Oh man. And we had our coupons every fucking week too.
Yep, good old coupons.
we were hardcore about Arby's Wednesdays. We couponed. We supported the local Arby's franchise heavily. I would get popcorn chicken every week.
What did they do? They ended up closing like 3 years later?
No, it was only a couple years ago.
Was it only a couple years ago?
Yeah, it was like 2014, 2015. Whereas these pictures, all the Arby's adventures we had were like in 2006, 2007, I believe. No, 2007.
2007, 2008.
Yeah,
like
that was our junior year. And this is Monocles. Oh, this is from the track day at Monocles.
Yep, that's track day at Monocles. Good old Zach and is that Hannah?
Hannah and
Andrew Martin.
Yeah. Is that Eddie in the background?
I think that is Eddie in the background.
Oh man, when we had to wear those stupid polo shirts.
Was this the track?
This was before I worked there. Yeah.
Was this a track thing I got yelled at by Damon?
No, because I worked there at that time.
Okay. Because I was back there and Damon's like, hey,
Brett.
what the fuck are you doing back
Brett
there?
Rogers right here in this picture.
I love Brett.
He's
Good.
bald now. He's so bald now.
He is bald, but you know what? He's a good dude.
He is a really good dude. I may have veered away from the whole Christianity thing, and he seems to have gone further down it. But hey, he's still a cool
yeah,
dude.
he actually just got a job as an associate pastor at his church.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so he was teaching, I think, at Frankfurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Frankfurt. I know he was teaching somewhere, and he said, you know what? I just found my true calling, and he was offered the position.
Awesome.
It's like, hey, good for you, man. Kudos. That's my Randy Orton pose in the pimp hat.
Oh man, I remember. Who the fuck? Yeah, I remember this guy. Who the fuck was he?
William Jenkins, I think. Is his
Okay,
last name.
yeah. Is that Sam? Emily Howard? That's Sam Laxon, isn't it? Didn't she work there?
No, because Sam worked at Wallman's.
Oh yeah. Unless I was.
Was it just a random person?
No, I remember it was Kara. This chick, Kara.
Yeah, that Kara chick.
She
wanted us.
She wanted us bad.
Then she found out that we were in high school, and she was just like, "Oh no!"
Isn't she? She wasn't she like the same age as us?
No, she was like 21. She was in college.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't remember.
We were attracting older women.
Here's some Hooters.
Hooters, massage chair.
This is supposed to be an animated GIF that I made, unless I still have it. No.
I think it used to be an animated GIF.
Yeah,
I had it.
This was an animated GIF.
What the
Oh wait. Okay, hold on. No. This. Here's the GIF. So tiny. Back when I didn't know how to like make different resolutions and stuff. Oh yeah, there it is. The GIF
I love
of you in the
Zach
massage
so
chair.
much.
And that's it. That's all. But yeah, it's so many good times.
Good old Arby Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, didn't one Arby's Wednesday end up being us going to the mall and we got our lightsabers?
I think it was because I think that was it was like the Wednesday before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the Halloween that I had the lightsaber and I kept jumping off my roof at kids. And
that was a fun day because so we go to the mall as usual, and we
that's what you do in Delphi.
Yeah, it's what you do. You don't do anything in Delphi. You just go to Lafayette and fucking hang out there.
Well, I mean, there's nothing in Delphi.
No.
I mean, there's a little bit more shit now, but
Back then,
I'm taking a drink of water.
Back then, when we're in high school, yeah, we don't want to do anything. Or when we were kids, it was awesome because we had playgrounds and shit.
Yeah, but when you're a
Or
teenager,
we'd go
it's
out
like
in the woods and fucking
fight with sticks.
beat the shit out of each other with sticks. Yeah. It was great. We LARPed.
We LARPed before LARPing was even cool.
Yeah. No, we went to, okay, so we go to the mall, and we're just walking around the mall, doing our normal mall thing.
Yep.
You know, just walking laps, checking out stores, whatever. We see some chick standing outside of Spencer's, just with 2 lightsabers, just swinging them around. I was like, dude, that's awesome. They're like, yeah, we're trying to get rid of them.
Now, see, that's not how I remember it. I remember we wanted lightsabers, and we couldn't find them. We checked, like, Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And, like, a couple other stores, and we couldn't find them. And while we're walking around the mall, we saw these people that had them.
Oh, no. No, that was a different day. I have that on video.
Okay.
I have that on video, actually. It's the day we were looking for lightsabers, but just like the normal, like flipping out one, like the ones that extend.
See, I don't remember that. But either way,
remember
like,
it was you, me, and Justin, and he was like, "We're looking for lightsabers."
Yeah, we need a lightsaber. Like he was doing that shit all through the mall.
And then the link yell.
Yeah. Was that the same day he tried to do a front flip off the stairs and just landed on his face?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Because
wow,
I remember that, and it was hilarious. He like had that group of girls in front of us, and he wanted to impress them, and he's like, "Check this out!" And he went for a front flip, and it just like it went horribly wrong. He just dove out and landed square in his face.
Yeah.
Then he got up and he did a front flip. And it was a really good front flip, but it was too late. You know, he could not save face.
Literally.
And and the girls were like, "Yeah, cool." And then they just walked by, and he just was so sad the rest of the day.
As any of us probably.
Yeah, I said, "Hey, man, it was a good."
I mean, I don't know. You seem like you would probably be like, fuck it. I tried.
I did my best, Coach.
Did my best.
But yeah, no, we got the lightsabers at Spencer's in the mall.
Yeah, they sold them to us for like $40.
Yeah,
with batteries included.
Yeah,
they gave us brand new batteries.
That was like a third of what the price said on the tag.
Those it was the Force Effects lightsabers.
Yeah.
And that was back when they were like $120.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, we're just trying to get rid of them. They're our open box items, and we're just trying to get rid of them for $40. So you get one, and we walk away, and you're just walking around with the lightsaber, and we get all the way back. This is when Spencer's was at the other end of the mall.
Yep.
And we get all the way down by Hot Topic, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll get one too. So we went back.
Had to turn all the way around just so Blaine could go get the lightsaber that I had.
Yeah, we both had Darth Vader lightsabers.
Yep. We fought that night with them.
Yeah, I remember that, but we were like, it's on tonight. And then, so you drop me off. I hang out, whatever. Justin picks me up, and we drive over to your place. And and this is so uncharacteristic of me. I fucking open the door mid-drive. I was always a very safe person. I didn't
safe passenger. Goddammit.
I never did anything like risky. And so I open up the passenger door, and I am hanging out the side, just waiting to. And you're already in the yard, like waiting for me. And I am like hanging out the passenger side, and here you come running to the road because you see me, and I jump out like getting ready to do like a downward slash with my lightsaber, and you just baseball swing directly into my stomach and just knock every ounce of air out of my body.
Dude, I fucking hit the shit out of you. Like, I pulled back and I cocked my leg into it. Like, if I would have been in baseball, you best believe that's a 450-foot homer.
Yes.
MLB style.
You knocked the shit out of me.
And you dropped. And
I did.
I considered myself the victor.
You pretty much were.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, from that... Yeah.
I mean, from a visual standpoint, I feel like an outsider looking on that fight goes, that guy won, that guy lost.
Clearly.
So,
and those lightsabers are so goddamn sturdy. Mm-hmm. I mean, for you to be able to do that, like, yeah.
Felipe actually, last year at Halloween, he went as a Jedi, and we went to the Neon Cactus, and his lightsaber was taken by some drunk dude. And, like, Felipe was watching him. The drunk guy, like, flung it, dropped it, and cracked it all the way down. And Felipe was so mad. And I'm like, dude, what'd you expect? The guy is fucking hammered. Like, that was also a night at the Cactus. I saw a guy attempt to do a backflip. Didn't work. Landed on his face. Blood all over the Neon Cactus dance floor. And I was like, dude, that guy's
blood
awesome.
On the dance floor.
Yeah. It's like Michael Jackson.
It's like that really shitty band.
Or Michael Jackson.
Or Michael Jackson.
I like Michael Jackson.
I like really shitty. I don't like that band. I don't like that band.
I don't like that band.
They were playing here at the Lafayette Theater, I think last year, the year before. And, of course, I did my normal Facebook talking shit, not expecting, like, the actual band members to get on there and look. Their drummer got on there and was like, "Oh, you're so cool, dude." And I'm like, "I know."
I am cool, dude.
And, like, we just kept going back and forth, and, like, it was just, like, this really non-aggressive. It was, like, the super passive-aggressive fight, like, where it was a chick. It was a chick drummer. They're like one of those bands that just have fill-ins, like, nonstop.
Yeah.
And, like, she just kept fucking, like, "Oh, yeah, you're so fucking cool." Like, thinking I was like, "Yeah, I know." And, like, we just kept offhandedly bullshitting with each other. Never got to a point where, like, "Fuck you, your band sucks," or some shit. Like, "Fuck you, you're just a stupid fucking asshole on the internet." I am.
Yeah. You've been accused of that since fucking sophomore year of high school.
Oh, yes.
But
back in the MySpace days. Do you know how many fights I got in with people at Jeff High School on MySpace?
maybe not even MySpace, like Bebo.
I don't remember getting any fights on. If anybody remembers, at a time when there were multiple social media sites, I remember Zanga. You remember Zanga?
I do. I never had one, but I remember.
Was it Social Cities or whatever on Yahoo?
I don't remember. I remember. This is what I remember though, especially. I remember everybody telling me that, what is it called, like Google Plus?
Oh yeah,
was going to be like the next like Facebook. It was going to put Facebook out of business,
and
then like
never
nobody.
did. I used it. Some people used it, but
I mean, I have one, but I think you have to have one now for a Google account.
Yeah, it automatically gives you one.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, Bebo. Wow, that's like children's MySpace.
Yeah, so it was like I started off with Bebo, and then I moved to MySpace, and then I found out you could change your backgrounds and shit on MySpace. So I did that. You know, I had all the songs playing. I think my song for the longest time was fucking "Wait and Bleed" by Slipknot.
Yeah,
and then after that, people were like, "Facebook, you should join Facebook." I joined Facebook, and I was like, "Dude, this sucks." And then
I didn't even want a Facebook. My aunt signed me up for mine.
I didn't want a Facebook either, and then everybody made me get it when I worked at Camp Tecumseh, and they were just like, "Hey, you gotta get a Facebook," and I got it, and then now Facebook is the only thing.
Consumes all.
Yeah, it's literally the only way you can get a hold of somebody anymore, unless you have their direct contact information. But how many of us fucking have that shit?
Honestly, nobody anymore. Nobody remembers phone numbers anymore.
I don't. The only person's phone number I remember, besides my like old home phone number, is my fiance's.
I remember my old phone number, my old home phone number. I remember Andy's old phone number, both his dad and his mom's. I remember my grandma. I know my grandma's phone number and her cell phone number. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, dude,
my dad's cell phone number.
I don't remember any of those numbers. Like, I can't tell you my best friend's phone number.
You're just a name in my address book.
Exactly.
And I hit it, and it gives me an option: call or text, and that's all I do.
Yep.
And sometimes I'm just like, I'm not going to talk to Matt.
I mean, that's understandable. That's understandable.
And then we have this amazing thing called Snapchat.
Oh, the Snatch Chat,
where we can just send pics of each other taking shits. You know, it's great.
That's literally the only purpose of Snapchat, I feel like.
I mean, a lot of people think it's for sexting, but it's really for dudes to just be like, hey, I'm taking a shit.
Listen, I could see the sexting argument, but I'm not fucking 19 years old anymore. When I was 19, I was like, yeah, show me your tits. Now,
right.
And now I don't do that. Now I'm just like, who do I Snapchat? Felipe, that's pretty much it. And sometimes Kristen, but I live with Kristen, and she's with me 24/7, so I don't really need to talk to her when she's not around.
Do you have any streaks?
No. I
have 5 streaks right now. One of my streaks died the other day, and I'm so sorry for that. Kinda. But yeah, I got a streak with my girlfriend, streak with my friend Rachel, Caitlin, Austin Welch, and Scott.
Yeah, see, I don't Snapchat people. Like, if they Snapchat me and I notice it's like the same one on their story, I'm just like, you piece of shit. Oh
yeah, people complain to me about that all the time, but at the same time, it's like, I want the story there, but I also want specific people to see it. Mm-hmm. So, and you can't guarantee that if you're putting it in a story.
Yeah, I just half the time I don't even respond to people that Snapchat me. They send me one and I'm just like, unless I can tell it's directly towards me, like if they're asking me something specific, or if it's like just something specific at me, I'll respond. But if it's just like, don't you hate it when like you're in the parking lot and then like geese attack you? Like I don't respond to that. I'm like, why do I care about these geese attacking you?
Yeah.
They're not attacking me.
No, they're not attacking me. No, they just want sympathy.
Exactly.
A goose
I'm a little goose. Boo, 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 boo.
I actually, after having Snapchat for, I think, 5 years-ish, I finally, this year, received my first unsolicited boobs. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I ever had any unsolicited boobs. I'm not an attractive man, though. Sir. Great bone structure.
Why, thank you. You got a magnificent beard.
Thank you. I haven't trimmed my neck beard in a while, though, so it's kind of gross.
Yeah, I can't stand when my neck gets that long.
Yeah.
It gets bad. No, so unsolicited boobs. Story begins a year ago at the Doom Room.
Cool.
I'm not going to say names.
I won't know them anyway.
You wouldn't know, but if people listening might.
Yeah.
Actually, that's also very doubtful as well. But regardless, I'm a cool dude, so I'm not going to say that. So last year, I dressed up for the Doom Room's July 4th or 4th of July field day thing. I wore camo shorts, American flag belt. I wore an American flag like fucking sleeveless T-shirt, and I had American flag fanny pack and American flag fucking beer belt.
Dude,
I was
patriot.
I was ready to drink.
Dude, you should have been in a NASCAR infield.
I should have.
Exactly.
So I'm walking around like this all fucking day, and later on in the night is basically almost over. It's like 1 or 2 in the morning, and yeah. So there's this girl. We're all sitting in the living room, and there's this girl. She's like, "Oh my god, I want your fanny pack. Like, what do I have? How much do you want for your fanny pack?" I'm like, "It's not for sale. You can't put a price on a good fanny pack." And she's like, "Oh my god, what do I have to do? What do I have to do?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not even thinking about any, because that's just, my mind doesn't go to there. Like, I don't think, oh, show me your fucking tits.
But it's my fanny pack.
No, I'm just thinking, no, it's my fanny pack. I'm not giving it to you. It's mine.
Yeah. Exactly.
And she's like, well, what if I flash you? And I'm like, oh. The tables have turned.
I guess she's got a power over me.
And then I was like, I mean, possibly, I don't know. I mean, and she's like, well, I can't flash you. I'm in a commit. I think she said she was like engaged or something. Maybe had a boyfriend. And then so she starts talking to her friend, who is much more attractive. Keep in mind, I'm saying all this while I have a girlfriend right now. So this is in the past.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Hopefully my girlfriend understands, which I'm sure she will. She's really fucking cool. She turns to her friend. She's like, they start doing their normal, like looking at each other, like making hand gestures, talking really quietly to each other, even though I'm 2 feet in front of them. Yeah. Chicks.
Yep.
Hashtag chicks.
Hashtag chick stuff.
And so she's like, well, what if my friend flashes you? I'm like, I just want to see some tits. Like, just show me some tits and I'll give you a fucking fanny pack.
Sounds like a fucking weird ass girl gone wild, like reward. Show me some tits, you get a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So of course she plops them out. I'm like, oh, those are rather nice. Yeah.
You get a fanny pack.
You get a fanny pack. So I gave her the fanny pack, and then of course everybody else is like, well, let's see him again. Like, everybody's freaking out. Like, and I kind of gave up on it. I was like, cool, I saw my tits. I saw her tits.
I'm a happy man.
I'm good to go. Maybe I can take this. I was single at the time, so I was like, maybe I can take this step further. Nothing ever happened. I didn't really try either. Fast forward a year. I have her on Snapchat. Mm-hmm. We added each other on Facebook. She posted her Snapchat. I added her at some point. Never really snapped her or talked to her, but had her on there. And out of nowhere, she sends me like a fucking snap, like where she's like covering herself up
Yeah.
But I was like, that's weird. Like, just out of nowhere. This is a couple months ago. Just, like, out of fucking nowhere, just sends me that, like, covering up her chest, but like saying good morning or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm at work. I'm literally online at work, and she sends me this. I'm like, actually, I wasn't even online. I was training somebody, and I was up. When you train somebody there, after a certain point, you let them do their own. You leave them on their own, and you go ahead so you can check their quality elsewhere.
Yep. So
that way you're not hovering over them. So I was elsewhere, checking their quality with my buddy Joe, and I was like, whoa, shit. He's like, what? I was like, this chick just basically sent me a topless picture of herself. She was covering herself up. He's like, whoa, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to respond. So I responded. I said, hey, haven't seen those in a while.
Nice.
Yeah, like that's just me. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole like that. Ah, it's been a while since I saw those. Ha. So I get a response.
That sounds amazing.
And I literally look at Joe. I was like, hey, she responded. He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, let's see what she said. And by golly, she responded with, like, just full-blown chest picture. I was like, yeah. And he flipped his shit. He's like, it's like, he's one of those guys. And he's been on one of the podcasts here on Journey into Comics before. Journey into Wrestling, I believe.
Dope.
Yeah, he's been the topic of many episodes as well. He's a character, and his life is also a character. We'll get into that at a later date. But
to be continued.
He's one of those guys. It's like he doesn't exactly get with the most attractive people, but he's attracted to them. Okay. He has super low standards. So he'd always be like, he'll always tell me like, oh yeah, she's really good looking, she's really good. I'm like, oh, right on, dude, right on. And then he'll be like, oh, she's got a sweet rack, she's got a really nice rack, she's got nice boobs. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm a boob guy. Yep,
I remember.
I'm a boob guy, so of course, like I was like, well, let's see a picture of her, and he'll show me, and it's like this larger chick. I'm gonna be PC about it. It's this larger chick with, of course, ginormous boobs because she's not small.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, whatever. I always, like,
why do I fall for this
I'm
every
to a point,
time?
I'm to the point with him where I'm just like, I don't sugarcoat anything anymore. My fuse is just gone. And I'm just like, fuck. Like, those aren't nice. He's like, what are you fucking talking about? They're huge. I was like, there's a difference between huge boobs and nice boobs.
Look at that, man. They're at her fucking belly button.
I was like, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna dip my feet into the shallow end of my life.
Yeah.
But and he'll get upset about it, and I'm like, well, fucking Jesus Christ, have some fucking respect for yourself. No, but it's like, I'm a boob guy, so nice boobs to me don't necessarily mean big. They can be rather small as long as they're like perky, nice shape, you know,
symmetrical.
And so back to the story. I get the snap, and he just happens to be I literally held the phone so we could both see what she sent. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what she was going to send.
Yeah.
She sends me this topless picture, and I'm like, hell yeah! Both him and I are just like yelling in victory. Like, he's like, oh my god! he's like, oh my god! And so I was like, see, Joe, that's what nice boobs look like. Oh,
good old
her. I think her and I continued to chat while she was topless for like another hour. I think. I mean, not like them just hanging out, but she was like topless still. Yeah. Anyway, so that's
some of the best conversations I've had have been with topless people.
You're right. Should we take our tops off?
If you want to.
I'm good.
Be honest.
I feel like if Andy came home, he'd be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
He can judge us all he wants.
In his eyes, only God can judge us.
I'll sit on him.
You'd probably crush him. He hasn't worked out in forever.
Dude,
he has like no muscle mass whatsoever.
I am 230 pounds of solid man meat, and Papa Bear is very voluptuous.
I'm getting there. Like this week, I went to the gym once this week, and I've eaten like shit all week. I was gonna keep going, but then like I was just too tired. My schedule's been kind of off whack. Having girlfriend duties now. But like
went to the gym once this year.
I was gonna go today.
Cool.
I was gonna go today, but then I decided no. I'm just gonna go get Little Caesars pizza and
Sounds like a plan,
start fresh on Monday.
Good old case of the Mondays. Can never go wrong with those. I'm always going to start on Monday. This is me when I say I'm going to start on Monday. It hits Monday and I'm like, I'll start tomorrow. Hits Tuesday. I'm just like, it's not Monday. I got to wait till next week now. And it's just a bad case of that Monday crap.
See, for me, Monday is my back day, and I hate back day.
I love back day.
I hate back day. So like the way, and it's kind of a weird way of thinking. So like I'm more motivated to go there because I know I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm going there. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Therefore, it's easier for me to go there because I know I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Mm-hmm. I should though, because your back's really an important muscle group. It's important to have that.
When I was weightlifting really hard, this was when I was going to Purdue still. I would do legs and back twice a week, and then I'd do like chest and triceps, back and biceps. Then I'd go with squats and legs, but like I was lifting heavy weight, and eventually my shit just shut out. I was done. I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I went on vacation, came back, and I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
Like my body had given up. And then tried to get back into it. My shoulder just felt like it was coming out of socket every time I went to lift.
Yeah. My shoulder's always been my weakness, so I try to focus on that now.
I was watching some channel on YouTube, I don't know, some physical therapy channel, and it was called like the winged scapula? Whatever the fucking word is. And then, like, just when I go to the doctor, like, oh, it's tendonitis, you need to give it a rest. It's like, I haven't done anything for like a year. I go work out one time, hurts again. So if you're telling me to rest it, I have.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just lost all my motivation when it comes to like working out. And then I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, God, I'm a piece of shit. I'm disgusting. I make myself sick. And then I go eat stuff.
I eat. I'm unhappy because I eat.
Basically the fat bastard thing.
I eat because I'm unhappy.
It's a vicious cycle. You notice that fat bastard is the exact same voice as Shrek from Shrek?
I did notice that.
It's like Michael Myers just recycles the same voices over and over again. Not to say it's a bad thing.
I thought you were going a completely different direction with that. I thought you were going to say, like, do you ever notice that, like, all the characters in Austin Powers look exactly the same? Like, it's like they're played by the same guy. And you're like, did you ever notice he has the same voice as Shrek? Like, that's crazy.
Well, no. But now that you mention it, it's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But I always thought about that. I'm like, dude, Fat Bastard is Shrek. They're both giant ogres.
I never even thought of that. I definitely didn't think of that.
So, but yeah, I don't know why that came up, but whatever.
Yeah, I have an issue with my shoulders every time I work out. Not every time I work out, but I think it's from bad form doing shoulder exercises. Because I will fuck up my shoulder if I put too much weight on it, because from wrong form, and then I won't be able to do anything for 2 weeks. I
used to have bad form on like everything.
It's usually right in like my front delt. Mm-hmm. That's where I fuck it up. I'll fuck it up either doing like arm press, like shoulder press, or incline bench press.
Incline bench sucks.
Yeah.
Upper chest, man. It sucks. But I remember like when I started actually having like the shoulder issues, I was like, why am I having these shoulder issues? So I was like, I need to work on my form. So I dropped all my heavy weight, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna work on reps, lightweight, high reps, just to work on form. And I watched my form like crazy, and I was doing really well with it. Then I was like, all right, time to start bumping back up to heavy. And I was lifting heavier weight than I ever had in my life. And I was feeling pretty good. Was looking pretty stout. Mm-hmm. And then, again, just lost all motivation, man. Like, I hate cardio.
Yeah, I do too. I don't do it.
I hate cardio. I hate, like, I like lifting, but, like, I want to have a partner there to do it with. Or if I'm going to do it, I want to be there alone.
Yeah. Like nobody else in the gym or not with anybody?
Nobody else in, like, the gym.
Oh, fuck. That's impossible sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Especially where I live now. So it's like, I just have a lack of motivation to even start again.
Yeah.
And I don't like to do, like, body weight exercises and shit like that. Like,
I've gotten pretty good at those. Oh, well, for like my leg days, I do a lot of body weight.
oh, really? See, like,
'Cause I'm not trying to build my legs. I'm just trying to maintain.
when it comes to squats, I want to
Squats, I'll put weight on, but everything else, just maybe a couple dumbbells, like 20-pound dumbbells, and I'm
like
good.
when it comes to, like, squats and donkey press or leg press, whatever you want to call it.
I usually call it leg press.
I like to do single leg for leg press, or I did, and then squats. I'm just like, load that bitch up,
Yeah,
and then we load it up, go down, make sure you go past 90 degrees, or you have the stool where you sit your ass down, pause, then you go back up. Because pause reps are nasty. I don't know if you've ever done pause reps. They're fucking terrible. They hurt. They make you want to cry. And then you cuss the entire time.
yeah,
And afterwards,
Language.
you're like, I feel jacked beyond belief.
language.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got into working out though, because I mean, you remember me.
Yeah.
I was a twig.
He was a wee little baby.
I was a wee little baby. I was a twig. I mean, I think I weighed 118 graduating high school, ish, around there.
I mean, weighed 140.
I haven't weighed myself since May, so I'm around like 175, 180, maybe.
If I could get down to that, I would be so happy. I'd be jacked.
Yeah,
I'd be huge.
like if I could eat right. Okay, so it's a combination of eating right and eating enough. I suck at both, so I look like shit. I don't look nearly as ripped as how much I go work out.
Yeah.
But like I get compliments all the time, like, dude, you're so fucking jacked. And I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, hell, like, you look a lot better than what you did.
Yeah,
like,
I was a twig.
I saw, like, pictures comparing you, like, on Facebook the other day. And I was like, you know what, man? Kudos to Blaine, dude. Like, he's worked hard for his games, man, and it shows. And proud of that, man. Good job. Round of applause.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. And then I got all this shit going on, this podcast. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And I never would have thought I'd be doing this, like, back in high school. Like, I always loved doing media type things.
Yeah.
And, of course, I had the videos that I did
Yep.
on YouTube, like my first ever podcast, and then oh, man. If I remember, I have a hard drive somewhere with a bunch of the videos that we used to do.
Yep. I remember some of those videos.
What was that going to be called? Like,
I don't know.
do we have like a thing for it was just Matt and Blaine?
I know you and Justin were going to do something like that.
Yeah, we had the boys from 816.
Yeah.
And there's a couple videos on YouTube of that up.
And then, which, I mean, actually, if you look at it, it's kind of like, although we didn't think about it at the time, like, I thought about that with you guys a long time ago, and that's kind of led into, like, the roommate stuff that me and Felipe do now.
Yeah, because I was actually going to use all this to segue into that. Very nice. But yeah, so you have your YouTube channel,
Yes, I do.
Zim.
Nader Zim, good old YouTube
Please
channel.
tell me about this Nader thing.
Okay, so, well, my cousin.
Let's travel back to high school.
Yeah, this is a high school thing, and Halo 3 was the big deal. And, you know, nobody wanted to pay for the Xbox Live subscription, you know, so everybody just kept making new email addresses to get the free month.
Yeah.
And one time I was with my cousin because we would get off work and go play Halo straight through the weekend. Like, no sleep.
I remember your first Xbox Live gamer tag.
What was that, the Abe Lincoln one?
Abe Lincoln 591.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln 591. But, Jesus.
Oh my God, Abe Lincoln killed me.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln killed you.
That Abe Lincoln's a dick.
Yeah, dude. Fucking asshole. How dare he? But, yeah, I was with my cousin Zach, and he's going to make me a new gamer tag, and he wants to spell Invader Zim, and his dumbass forgot the V. And because I kept telling him, like, dude, it's not going to be available. Like, why would an Invader Zim be available? And he's like, well, I don't know. We'll just see. And he's like, holy shit, it's available. And as I'm playing with it, I start getting people like laughing through the mic at us. And they're like, hey, jackass, you spelled it wrong. And I'm like, the hell are you talking about? What are these people talking about, Zach? And I finally look at the name. And I'm like, you forgot the V, dude. And he's like, oh, sorry. He's like, it kind of works, though, because he's like, a grenade, a nade, and then you're just Zim. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's dumb. But I just kept rolling with it, and I mean, it's my name for like absolutely everything as far as like gamer tags, PSNs, my shit on Steam, like everything. I'm just like, it's an Nader Zim.
Yeah.
And I've tried to brand it a little bit. I've tried to make my logos match the kind of Invader Zim animation style, and I do the Photoshop thing with it, and I don't know, but yeah, that's how it started. Then I came up with the YouTube channel, and I try to post some videos every once in a while, and then my favorite videos I post, because I do some Let's Plays, and I want to start doing some new ones, because I just got some new software.
Yeah.
But, because I want to do a Nuzlocke challenge. That's what I really want to do.
What's that?
So I want to do a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge, where everything's random. So you get a random starter Pokemon. All encounters are random. All gym leader Pokemon are random. Everything's just random. And when you're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon you encounter in an area. So like, I walk into a new area and let's say I see a Zubat, I have to catch that Zubat or I have to kill it. And then the next encounter, let's say it's a Mewtwo, I'm not allowed to catch.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then also if you have a Pokemon faint, it's considered dead, and you have to deposit it. You cannot use it the rest of the game. And when you black out, you're done. It's over. Or if you still have a usable Pokemon like in your PC, you're good. But like once you don't have any Pokemon available, GG, it's over.
Oh wow.
So I want to do a Nuzlocke.
Now is this through like some kind of like?
It's through an emulator.
Okay.
Like I have an emulator on for several Pokemon games, and I think I'm gonna try it on Crystal.
I was about to ask which generation you're gonna go with.
I'm a Generation 1 boy. That's where you and I started.
Yeah,
because you had red version, I think. I
had yellow.
I
started with yellow and silver at the same time.
Oh, did you? I thought you had red. No. Andy had red. Andy had red. I had blue version. And then, you had yellow. And then I remember I had both gold and silver. That's the nice thing about being an only child. Your parents are like, oh, yeah, take both. So, but I'm probably going to do it with either Gen 1, Gen 2. But yeah, I just started making Let's Plays, and then eventually me and my buddy Felipe, who also lives in Chicago, we started doing this little mini series called Roommates, and we just do some random stuff on that, and so far people seem to like it.
It is quite humorous.
Well, thank you.
I watch those videos, and I just can't help but think back to the videos we made, and it's like it's all there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all there, like the same humor, plus Felipe.
Yeah, plus Felipe. Like Felipe, the way like we describe our characters, because we're trying to make it be like real to us.
Yeah,
but it's a little bit more exaggerated. And Felipe describes me as being the Ron Swanson of the show, and I'm like, I can rock with that. I love Ron Swanson. Give me all the bacon and the eggs, and I mean all the eggs and the bacon. But
I believe you misheard me. I said I want all of the bacon and eggs.
Yeah, I want to be that Ron Swanson character. So we try to play our roles, but eventually we want to kind of branch out, and we want it to catch up. Like we want it to be like a fairly decent thing. Like I'll go pitch this to NBC if I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have a role for you in a future episode, hopefully.
Okay.
And I'll just give you a hint. Brutal burrito.
Oh shit.
So
literally, it sounds like.
But yeah, that's the hint. That's it's gonna be probably distant future.
Okay.
But we want to do an episode with that, and then we have a fun time doing these things. The most recent episode, Felipe thinks he gets superpowers. And it's filmed in a kind of mockumentary style, like the Office or Parks, and Yeah, we just put it
I
together.
dug that because like Cesar, he also guested in the video.
Yeah, Cesar guest in this one.
And he's just like, he's not that fast.
Yeah, we
He's not
made
that fast.
Cesar. If you don't know Cesar is a big fan of the Flash.
Yes.
Like, loves DC Comics, but he loves the Flash, and so we wanted to incorporate that into this video. And so I just told him, I was like, listen, every chance you get, you're just gonna be like, I don't understand why he thinks he's so fast. I want him to basically be obsessed with the fact that Felipe is supposed to be super fast, and he just can't get over it.
And Felipe's like retardedly slow.
Felipe is just ridiculous. Like everything he does,
Every character,
ridiculous.
everything he does for his character, and in real life, he's just a ridiculous person in general.
He's one of the best people I've ever met.
Yes, he is the nicest.
One of the nicest
guy.
people I've ever met. Dude is charismatic. Like when he is in a room, he owns the room.
Yes.
And I mean, it's great. And so like with his character being the way it is, it suits him so well, and it's like someone cranked up the volume to 11 on him.
Yeah.
And my character is just at a point where it's so annoyed with him. It's like, why am I friends with this person? And eventually, we want to kind of flip roles and stuff, but we'll have those episodes where
It's kind of like a Jake and Amir thing.
exactly.
I see it.
The way I describe it is it's the Friends spinoff we always wanted of Joey and Chandler.
Oh shit!
And except I play the role as Chandler,
Just much more serious.
just much more serious and not as sarcastic.
Yeah.
Whereas Felipe plays the role of Joey, just brown,
way dumber.
just way dumber and Mexican. So
Yeah, I really, I pay attention to like little things in when it comes to comedy. I pay attention to little things like timing, like I love the physicality that you guys put into it, like just like little quirks that you guys put into your movements, and like
Felipe, like we do pretty much all of it like ad lib off the top of our head, like,
and that's I can tell.
Like,
you can tell, but that's just how you guys are.
yeah, we don't do scripts. We'll write out like maybe a basic timeline, or we'll talk about it before we shoot the scene.
Yeah.
But like all the interviews are just kind of off the top of our head, and like we just figure out the pacing that we want to do. And I feel like we do a really good job at pacing what we want to say, especially like this past one with like all the interviews.
Yeah.
Like Felipe, he has that timing of when to just be a complete idiot, and it's fantastic. and
you get to do this in public too.
I know. And we'll have like random people, like I don't know if you guys, if any of the viewers check them out, but there's an episode called Dishes, and we pretty much just we have an NBA, we have a shootout, a Nerf basketball shootout to see who does the dishes, and we just do shots all around Chicago.
Which you guys used to do that at your old place, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we used to.
You did
we
a
used to
couple
have
videos.
we used to have a thing called Dorm Ball, and like this show is based off of all real life things. Like there's gonna be like stuff that comes up like. Anyway, yeah, I'll get to that a little bit. But Dorm Ball was like a thing that we would play with this Nerf basketball hoop in our living room, and we would just play horse.
Yeah.
And eventually it was like, we'll play horse to see who does the dishes. And like, just things like that. And it's always the stupidest shots. Like, I spent 2 weeks trying to kick the ball off the wall into the hoop. And I finally made it. And that was like the toughest shot anybody made. And then I think finally Skylar made like this absolutely ridiculous shot where he like took off his flip-flop, hit it, it hit the ceiling, and it hit like in the hoop. And we're
Wow.
like, what? I can't make that because I don't even own a flip-flop. That's not fair.
It's not fair.
But yeah, like these are all things based off like what we did in the original apartment with me, him, and Skylar. Like our original like shot where our little demo shot was. Felipe comes down and he finds gummy bears or gummy worms all over the floor, and he yells at me, and I wake up and I have one stuck in my beard. And this is at the time where I had my beard out, pretty bushy. That's from a real thing. We were sitting there, and I was watching Netflix. I don't remember what show. And Felipe is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to bed." And this was for someone's 21st birthday party. And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna watch TV." Well, I guess he came down like probably like an hour or so later, and he sees me passed out on the couch. Except I'm passed out in like a weird position.
Yeah.
And there's gummy worms all over the floor. And he like yells at me, and I look up at him, and I've got my hoodie on, and I just have a gummy worm in my beard. And he's just like, "What the hell is going on?"
Oh my God.
I don't remember it. I don't remember passing out.
Yeah.
Or any of it. But I was gone. Done.
Yeah.
And then that like just other things were like I put my head through a wall because of a video game. Just out of pure anger. I don't know if I ever told you that.
I don't think you did.
I was playing Destiny.
Yeah.
And we were doing a raid.
Uh-huh.
And this was my first time ever doing it. And I mean, I'm a fairly quick learner. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Nobody's telling me. And it's like, just tell me my role, what I need to do, and I'll do it. It's not that hard a concept, I felt like.
Yeah.
And so I'm like telling these guys, hey, you need to tell me what to do. And they're not telling me. We just keep on dying, keep on dying, keep on dying. We've been at this part for like an hour. I'm like, guys, tell me what to do. Finally, after I snapped, they told me what to do. But it was too late, and I grabbed the closet door, and I just ran my head through it. So there was a giant hole.
Oh, my God.
Where my forehead went through the door. And yeah, it's just stuff like that. But we try to like base everything on like real things that like roommates would have trouble with, or like things that we had, while we were roommates. And then we want to expand. We want to bring our friends into it.
Yeah.
We want to bring our friends from back home, like Cesar. We want more guest appearances.
Oh, definitely.
And then we have friends up in Chicago that we'd like to bring into it as well. So we're hoping it continues to be pretty well received by the people that watch it. Hopefully more people watch it. And then we can just keep on growing, keep on building.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
I was going to say, do you want this to become a full-time thing?
It'd be nice. I mean,
yeah,
like
course.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to this is what I want for a career. I have a lot of stuff I want to do. And one of the things I want to do is I want to write. I want to write like books. I want to write shows. I want to write movies. Like this is a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Like I'm working on a book right now. Not very far on it because I'm one of those people that's a perfectionist, and every time I see it, I'm like, I can do better.
Yeah.
So I always restart, which is not good. Don't do that. If you're a writer,
just write.
Just write and then edit when you're done. Don't edit while doing it. But so I'm currently writing a book, and then I work on these episodes to try to come up with ideas. And again, we don't really write scripts for them though. But I would eventually like to kind of write longer episodes. Because our current episode lengths, they generally range between like 3 to 5 minutes. Some have been a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But I would like eventually for them to become like, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Something like that.
That'd be really cool. Especially if they're entertaining throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've all had bad roommate experiences.
Oh boy, have we.
Yes. I mean, everybody has. If you haven't, then I mean, good for you. But a lot of us have had bad roommate experiences, whether it be went off to college, had a bad dorm mate, paired up with a buddy, didn't work out,
Done that on multiple occasions.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
This podcast was almost originally founded on a roommate ship that didn't quite work out.
But you know what? Like, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
And we can all relate to this. So we want it to be a relatable, fun experience for everybody. And then we want it to build and become, something popular, something that grows.
I hope so. I mean, and that was one of the reasons, I mean, besides you being like one of my best friends throughout the years, that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring you onto the show, because you have something that you can promote, that you can promote on my podcast through my podcasting network, the Journey into Comics network.
Yeah, exactly.
And hopefully you can grab some fucking potential viewers and subscribers from our audience.
Subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Go to YouTube. Search Inator. Forget the V. It's not Invader. Search Inator Zim, all one word. You'll find me. Subscribe. Yeah.
I remember I had some criticism for your Let's Plays originally.
Yeah.
And I told you, I watched, you had Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
I watched those, and I'm like, man, like, there's some good stuff here, but, like, it's not Matt. This isn't Matt quality.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing video games with you in high school, and we would have so much fun and do so much stupid shit and just have a fucking blast. Even when you were raging, it was still fun.
Yeah. Which is quite often, actually.
Oh, yeah, he is a rager. He is
like
a
I said, I
video
put my
game
head through
rager.
a door because of a game. But, like, I don't know. Let's Plays are a different story, man. They're hard.
Well, yeah, because you got to play it, and then you got to edit through all the bullshit to find the
Like, you have
the
to
good
trim
shit.
so much fat.
Yeah.
You have to get so much footage, and they're very difficult. For, like, first-person shooters PvP, it's not as bad. I do a lot of, like, voice fill-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get really focused and I forget to talk. But as far as like doing like a let's play of like a storyline game, you know, like Horizon, or another one I was going to do was on the Uncharted series.
Oh yeah.
It's very difficult because you're trying to react to what the story is doing, but also like if it's your first time playing it,
Yeah, you kind of want to experience.
you want to experience it, and like everything's new to you.
Yeah.
So like, there's times where it's not gonna look good. It's gonna look terrible as you're playing, and you're bad, and you don't want to be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's plays are just different because you have to focus on so many different things all at once. You got to focus on playing. You got to focus on this. You got to focus on talking. You have to. It's a lot harder than what everybody thinks. I had the mindset of, oh, this will be easy. This cannot be that hard. And then I tried to do one, and I listened to it. I watched my first video, and I was like, this is terrible. And, I mean, I'll be honest, my Let's Plays are still probably not the best, but they've improved.
What was the last one you did?
The last one I did was...
the Destiny one.
Yeah, the Destiny
That was a
2.
lot better.
Yeah.
That was a lot better. Yeah, you're talking about a certain, like an exotic weapon.
Yeah, it was the Faction Rally winter weapon, the Haunted Earth Scout Rifle.
Oh.
Yeah, and so, yeah, that was the last Let's Play I did. And it was probably one of my best Let's Plays.
Definitely. I have to agree because it seemed so much more comfortable and natural.
Yeah.
And it seemed like not this is gonna sound bad because I don't want to make you sound like you're just like everybody else, but it sounded a lot more like all the other Let's Plays I've watched.
Yeah.
Which is I say that in a good way because it means you're in that direction.
You need to find your niche.
Yeah.
You need to find where you're comfortable at, and it takes time.
All you really got to do, and I know you're really good at it, just start yelling obscenities and stuff, and like
Well, you can't do
occasionally
that.
drop the racial slur. You can be PewDiePie.
I can be PewDiePie. Well, the thing is, like, with like YouTube's new like adpocalypse thing,
Yeah.
you can't do that kind of stuff anymore. And I mean, like, granted, you can't really even have a monetized account anymore until you have like 10,000 views. Mm-hmm. But it's something that I want to get in the habit of, where I try not to cuss as much, because that is one thing I do a lot when I play games.
I as well. Well,
And-
I'm just talking life in general for me, but
Yeah, well, same here. But I mean, if you've
that's why I love this podcast.
if you listen to this podcast, you can tell I have a little bit of a potty mouth.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I love about this podcast. It's a free form, anything goes podcast. I mean, shit. We a couple weeks ago for episode 6 or episode 5. It was episode 5. I had my buddy Richard on here, and the very first topic we talked about was seeing your dad's dick for the first time and how it ruins you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it does.
I have the list of topics right here. Seeing your dad's penis for the first at a young age and how it ruins you for life. Troll dogs are possibly based on a racist corporation. Madonna and her muscular vagina.
Ew.
Batman and his sheer awesomeness. He wanted to talk about how hot my mom is. We didn't. Turns out that was just a joke topic that he threw in there to throw me off.
Cool.
Disney is a pedophile's paradise.
Can I even get into Disney World?
I don't think. No, he's talking about like how like I can't remember what exactly he talked about that. I don't know what direction he was. I never know what direction he's going for anything. It's him.
Yeah.
He will be back on this show though. He was quite the hoot. If you want to watch, we did a live stream too.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
It was a lot of fun. I hope to eventually get to be able to live stream all of my episodes.
Absolutely.
Once I get a better, more comfortable setup where we can both be in front of the screen and not one person off to the side like we are right now. But like I said, this is anything goes. It don't matter what the fuck you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what I say. I don't care what I say. If you
It'll be like that South Park episode where they have like the little
shit counter.
The shit counter, yeah.
That's old.
I know, because I'm old.
We're old.
Yeah.
I'm older than you. Fuck off.
We're by like a year and like
6 months.
Whatever.
It's about 6 months.
It's about 6 months. But either way, you're barely older than me, and on top of it, like, you look younger than me.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, the Let's Play is like I feel like I'm getting more comfortable with my character.
You are,
and
you can tell.
Eventually, I hope to start getting some soundproof stuff, because like my ceilings in that room are like 10 feet tall, and that is a bare ass room. So if I clap, there's an echo.
Yeah.
So I eventually want to get some like acoustic treatment and stuff in there, help out with whatever I have like acoustic wise, because I feel like that's one thing that my videos do lack as far as quality. Is I try to do noise reductions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be honest, I'm not an audio engineer. I don't really know how to work any of that stuff. I learn as I go while editing.
Yeah, that's how I did it for a while. The occasional YouTube tutorial helps.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I watched some YouTube tutorials about like Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I'm more focused on like, I want my shots to look good.
Focus on your content for sure.
I want my shots to look good. I want my transitions to seem smooth, and everything like that. That's what I try to focus on. And like, that's what's good with Let's Plays. There's a lot of cuts.
Yeah, improve the rest as you go.
Yeah.
As you.
And again, eventually, like my audio quality, I've got a good mic.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's not the best, but it's still a Blue Snowball.
Okay, I think
it's a good quality mic.
I think one of our other podcasters on the network, Andrew Poor, on the Poor Report, he uses that, if I remember right.
I mean, it's near the same quality as the Blue Yeti, which is a good mic, solid mic.
Yes.
And it's smaller.
USB mic, right?
Yeah, it's a USB mic, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to get a little bit more equipment, but that's requires finances.
It does.
That I do not have at this moment.
Have you ever? Do you know what Patreon is?
Yeah, but I mean, who's gonna want to pay me?
It happens. We have $13 a month coming to us.
Well, I mean,
but that pays for the Journey into Comics bandwidth, like the subscription on Podbean to host everything. It pays for the hosting. Is what I'm trying to say.
that can buy me a pop filter.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I have a pop filter, but you know what I mean. It'll help.
Yes.
But yeah, like I eventually want to build up a little bit. Want to get a full on PC, because right now I just use a laptop.
Yeah.
If I actually have a PC with a laptop, it's going to help out a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of time, I think, before it continues. I think eventually it'll be something good. I don't know if it's going to be something I can make a living off of. I never really had that goal. It would have been nice. I mean, when you go to start it, you're like, yeah, that'd be so cool. But realistically, it was never like a dream of mine to be like, oh, this is going to be my full-time job, starting a YouTube channel.
Don't get me wrong.
I just wanted to make content.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have fun doing it. And I wanted to make content that people would enjoy watching and, like, interact with me a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's
I
much
agree.
it.
Like, I love Super. I love working at Super. I love the money it gives me.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking to myself one time, I was walking down to the vault. I was meeting somebody down there, and I was just walking by the vault. It's a bar in town for those listening. So I go to it frequently. Not so much lately, but anyway. So I was walking down there. I'm like, it was like a weeknight, and I'm like, man, I wish I could just get fucking plastered tonight.
Yeah.
But I gotta work. And I just thought to myself, fuck, dude, if I podcasted for like a living, I could do that.
Yeah.
In fact, I could get plastered while I podcast.
Yeah.
But so that's a goal.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, would it be nice in the future? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If everything continues to build, yes, all this would be great. Is it a realistic goal in mind?
It's a little difficult.
It is difficult because, I mean, how many people are trying all this stuff?
Exactly.
There's new podcasts, a new YouTube channel.
Yeah, you're swimming in an ocean full of it.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the new thing is streaming.
Yeah.
Like Twitch. Twitch is...
There's an income source right there for you.
Twitch is insanely popular. I've tried it. Unfortunately, my laptop doesn't like to render shit at 30 FPS.
Ooh.
Yeah, which makes me super sad.
Yeah.
But hopefully I can try to figure out and fix that. Because if I can do that, then I'm going to try and start doing some Twitch streams. Which you can find the link and everything on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Same with Facebook and my Twitter pages. So go follow me.
All of that is an A to Zim.
Yep, all of it's an A to Zim. Just look me up, man.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I just got a funny text.
Oh, cool. I thought you were like...
Oh. Kids say the darndest things. Yeah, so my girlfriend has 2 kids.
Cool.
A son and a daughter, 3 and 4. And she made the mistake of telling her kids that my name was Dick. I asked her, I was like, what are you going to introduce your kids to me as? Like, Blaine or Dick? She goes, oh, Dick.
Should have been Blaine.
Should have definitely been Blaine because things have been said that do not sound right coming out of a child's mouth. Her daughter said, before I was coming, I went over there the other day, and before I got there, her daughter told her, I'm going to sit on Dick. And I'm like,
please don't take this out of context.
Yeah, please don't take this out of context. She meant she was going to sit on my lap. Anyway, and she told me this when I got there, and she was laughing. She thought it was funny, but I looked at her. I'm like, oh, we got to change this. I am not about to be asked a bunch of fucking questions.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Kids say the darndest things. I missed that show.
I did too. I was actually just thinking about that.
Well, she said her son just said, fuck your mouth. Her 3-year-old son said that. Who is he's a quiet dude, so that's pretty funny to read that.
He's grounded.
He's so grounded. No, her kids are great.
Don't have any kids. Neither does my fiance.
I want a kid.
I have baby fever too, but
I want a kid. I've always wanted a kid. You know, I've always wanted a kid.
Yeah, but I know right now I'm not in a position to be able to take care of a child. I'm too immature. Like, me and him would be playing video games against each other. I wouldn't let him win. Or if he did beat me, I'd be like, yo, I can still fuck your mom. Just shit like that.
Oh my God, you would talk so much shit to your son.
I would. I would break him emotionally, and that's not right for a father to do. So I'm just like, when I think about having kids, I'm like, no, I'll wait like 5 years. I should be an adult by then.
God, I can't believe I was trying to have a kid at like 20, 21. Yeah, when I was engaged and shit.
No.
Like, I wanted a family then. Like, had I known what I know now, like, I feel like at any point I would have been ready. I would have been able to handle it, but like, would have been good for me? No.
I mean, now it forces you to grow up.
It does, and like I've always been kind of. This will probably get talked on. We have another podcast that I'm about to plug, The Voice of Survival, where Nate, our podfather Nate Phillips, he goes in and interviews people. It's kind of an interview thing. It's more like, hey, I'm gonna get to know you, and he'll ask you some questions about your life, and you just tell your story.
Yeah.
And but like he said he's already got an episode for me, a number. And I don't know what number it is, but I told him, I was like, I don't want to be right away. I want you to get other people on there. I'm already on your podcasting network a lot. Like,
should have been 4.
Oh, I know, like my favorite fucking number.
Yeah, episode 4.
That was a cool episode. He interviewed somebody that was out in Texas, and it was part of a hurricane relief podcasting thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It was people donated money. They got like a whole package of podcasting, and all the money goes to victims of Hurricane.
Well, Harvey was.
It was Harvey. I think it was Harvey. Yeah, it was definitely Harvey at the time. It was before Irma, and it was for Hurricane Harvey victims that were also podcasters. So it was really neat. Episode 4, Voice of Podcasting, Voice of Survival. Check that out. Also, just check out that in general. But no, I think I'm about to probably delve into stuff that I'd probably. What was I even talking about?
We were talking about kids.
Yeah, so I'm about to delve into stuff that I'll probably talk about on there more in depth. But I feel like I've always kind of skipped ahead in terms. I've always been mature, but I've skipped ahead in life in places where I should have just been in the moment enjoying myself. So I'm at this point in my life where I'm finally enjoying those things that I should have enjoyed years ago. Last year I had my party phase where I'd go out to bars every fucking weekend and just get plastered. Now I'm doing this I'm creating content and doing things fun and creatively where I should have been doing it years ago when I was learning about it and actually had time and drive to do it.
Yeah. I am 100% there with you. I look at my life and I'm like, I'm 26. I have a bachelor's degree that's pretty much useless. And then, but I want to make this content and stuff.
Yeah.
It's why did I not go to school for this stuff?
Right.
I mean, I took some classes in high school, but can we really say those were classes?
I was there. No.
Yeah.
Our teacher literally told us, hey, do something.
Yeah, I don't have curriculum for you, so we're going to play Dota.
Yeah, we'd play video games. We'd play Halo. We'd play Age of Empires and StarCraft. And
the entire last week of my senior year, I brought my Xbox in. Mm-hmm. And we just played Call of Duty and Halo 3 on the projector in the classroom.
Yeah. You were in the advanced class, which coincided with at the exact same time as the regular class, the interactive media. And so basically you guys were the initial class from the year before.
Yep.
And that, from what I understood, that class didn't technically exist. It was still interactive media, but you'd already been in it. So it was just he just basically said, go learn how to do stuff.
Yeah, he would
and
tell us. He would tell us some assignments on what he wanted us to do, and he's like, "Go figure out how to do it." And it would literally only take us
And you guys became in charge of things like school events, filming them and stuff.
Yeah,
that. It was kind of like an AV club almost.
Yeah, essentially. We there was some school cook-off thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were in charge of filming it, editing it, putting it together. And we had a concert that was shot at the school.
Amanda Overmeyer?
Yeah, we were in charge of filming that. And piecing it together, editing it, all that stuff. So, and I
did the poster for that.
Yeah, I think I did the actual video editing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and a girl, the only girl in that class,
Aubrey
McCarty.
Yep.
Yeah, we did the editing, and then for the most part, after that, it was just oh, okay, well, we're gonna play Dota, and that was it. Our teacher would play Dota with us.
Oh yeah, and he would talk shit the whole time. I remember he talked so much shit to my current roommate Andy. You're like, "Fuck you, Andy."
Me and him got in a fight over which Star Wars was the best.
Yeah,
because I was trying to troll him.
Good old Dale.
Tried to troll him, and I told him it was Return of the Jedi, and he was like, "No, it's the Empire." He was so mad.
Oh yeah, Empire's way better.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. But it was hilarious seeing how mad he got. Empire Strikes Back is the best of the original trilogy and the best Star Wars by far. But I kept saying, no, it's Return of the Jedi. It was episode 6. And he was so angry. And it was so funny. Because he just kept getting more and more pissed.
Yeah.
And eventually he's like, just get out of my face. And he dropped it.
See, Dale, he wasn't too much older than us. He was maybe 5-6 years older than us.
Yeah, he graduated college and then he lived in Illinois as a graphic designer for a minor league baseball team. For, 4 years, and then he came and taught school. So he's only a few years older than we were, and we were his first ever teaching experience. So,
and boy, oh boy, did we give him an experience.
Yes, we did.
Story time. We were always in the same homeroom class together.
Because our last names are very similar.
Yeah, well, they basically put
close.
they put people in homerooms based off of last name. So A through whatever went to this one, blah, 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 so on. Well, my last name starts with T, his starts with a W. So we're both at the end of the list, basically. And so our senior year, we discovered that we could get passes out. Well, we always knew, but we could get passes out of the class. And we would always get a pass from our teacher, Dale. It's very inactive media, but we would be like, yeah, we need a pass. And he'd just give it to us. And we would never go. We'd never go to his class.
We would, but we'd always, like, we'd go to his class.
We'd show up for like a minute.
We'd show up there for a minute, be like, hey, what's up? Then we'd be like, hey, we're going to the vending machine. He's like, okay. We'd go to the vending machine, and then we'd just walk around the hall until homeroom was over.
Yeah.
And then finally the vice principal caught us.
Was that what happened?
Yeah, I remember because for like the longest time, he wouldn't give us a pass anymore.
Yeah. Well, I knew we got in trouble.
Yeah.
I knew we got in trouble, but I couldn't remember what happened.
It was Brandon that caught us in the little theater.
Yeah.
And
what are you doing?
yeah, he's like, what are you doing down here? And we're just like, nothing. As I got like a Snicker bar stuffed in my face. And
yeah, we would just walk around and fucking fuck off the whole fucking 15, 20 minutes of...
Yeah, and then we had to go back to Dale's class, and then he talked to us. He's like, I'm pissed off. You guys took advantage of me. We're like, we didn't actually mean to. We were just whatever.
Yeah, we didn't mean to. We were just doing it.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
And then LePage, was it LePage?
Yeah, LePage was our actual homeroom teacher. And then finally, when we were able to get passes again, he's like, you guys are going to actually go, right? And we're like, yes.
And then we went to Dale's and just sat on the computer the whole time.
Went to Dale's and played games. I was in Dale's classroom for literally 3/4 of the day my senior year.
Yeah.
So my senior year was comprised of just me playing video games.
Sounds like because I was with Brummett most of the day. Mrs. Brummett.
Yep.
She was my photography teacher, which turned into we're not doing anything all year except for maybe helping the yearbook staff occasionally. And then I was also her student aide for my study hall. Mm-hmm. So I spent about 2/4 of the day, half the day, on a couch texting people.
Well, my senior year consisted of my first period was weightlifting. Then my second period was study hall, which I was Mrs. Kinsey's aide, who was the other interactive media teacher. She never needed my help.
Yeah, Brummett didn't either.
And when she did need my help, it was just like quick little answers that I could answer like that.
Yeah.
So I just spent all of that second period playing games. Then third period, I think, is when we had like econ and government.
Yeah.
Then we had that class. Then it was to Dale's class. Then lunch. And then like literally the rest of the day was Dale's.
Yeah.
And it was just like, for 3/4 of my senior year, I sat in that computer room playing video games and occasionally just doing like random projects that I felt like I wanted to do.
I remember messing around on GarageBand quite a bit.
Yeah, I had fun with that. Like, that's one thing I actually wanted to go to school for the longest time, was to do like audio engineering for like movies,
like scoring,
like shows, like do like the ominous tones for CSI and shit like that, you know?
I remember I was about to mention Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I love that movie so much.
Because that's what he does. He scores films and TV shows.
It's not music. It's just ominous tone. The masturbating dog killer is on the loose again. I don't remember the rest.
Great quote.
Something
Great
about
quote.
the dog being happy.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he's like, wah. Best part of that movie is when he's playing the Muppets theme song on the piano.
Yeah.
And then, like, right when he gets to the end, he just starts bawling hysterically.
My favorite part of that movie was like that random montage of things he's doing at his house, and it just got like out of the blue. He's just like, he goes to the fucking Gandalf thing. He's like, "You shall not pass," and it is just so out of nowhere and so quick and over like that. And you're just like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah. Like the best. Like, it's seriously such a good movie. If you haven't seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, please watch it.
Yes, Jason Segel, Mila Kunis.
Yes, and
Russell Brand.
It's got Kristen Bell too.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah, and but he's so funny in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Any scene where he cries, I'm just like, it's the best thing. Like he's bawling hysterically on his first night in Hawaii, and they call his room, and he's like, "Yeah, I think she's the lady above me." "You're on the top floor, sir." And he's like, "I'll try to keep it down." Cuts to Mila Kunis, and she looks concerned. Then it cuts back to him. He's just in the fetal position on the floor going, like, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Brought us Get Him to the Greek.
Yes, which was an okay movie.
Good spinoff, but, not near as good.
The trailers made it so much more.
Yeah, the trailers made it seem like it was going to be amazing, and then when you watch it, you were like, honestly, the best character is P. Diddy.
Yeah.
He's like, "You can't outrun me. I'm black." Like, you know how much money it costs for these kids with Jordans?
I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I was actually talking about the fucking Get Him to the Greek soundtrack and how they actually. It was my tattoo artist. I was getting my Game of Thrones tattoo the other day, and she was talking. I don't know what brought it up, but she's like, yeah. She started talking about the fucking Get Him to the Greek soundtrack, and I'm like, yeah, all the songs that were in the movie are on the soundtrack, and they're like not real songs.
Yeah,
they made them real songs for the soundtrack, and that's awesome.
The best Russell Brand song was "Inside of You."
Inside of You.
That one is my favorite one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Just because of his movements on the stage.
What was that? African Child.
Yeah,
I like that. Because
that's the one that killed his
so
career,
bad.
wasn't it?
It's so bad.
Yeah, in the movie they're like, "Yeah, listen, African Child is not good. That's your bad one. Just stop."
I'm gonna look up the soundtrack for Get Him to the Greek.
Do it.
All right, we got the soundtrack pulled up.
I don't know what my favorite movie soundtrack is.
Lots of infant sorrow. Actually, it's all okay. Oh yeah, because that's why it came on. Somebody like the tattooer at the shop that had music playing in the background, and Ring Round by Jackie Q came on. I was like, holy shit, is this seriously fucking from the Get Him to the Greek soundtrack? It was the Ring Around My Posy.
Yeah.
And he's just talking about, I'm really talking about my asshole. Or
Yeah.
whatever at the end. I downloaded this. I remember it. And, it doesn't have it on here. But, it's supposed to have Chocolate Daddy.
Does it really?
It's supposed to, I have Chocolate Daddy on my computer somewhere. Fuck your shit up. Oh, performed by Jumbo Shrimp. Go fuck your bitch. Go fuck your shit.
Now that's a game changer.
That's a game changer. Yeah. God damn.
I love movies. Movies are
yeah.
some of my favorite things on this planet.
We used to watch so many movies together.
Yeah.
Like, remember that time we watched Rocky in the middle of the night? And
Dude.
then we were so pumped up, we ran over to the high school track and ran around. Well, you guys ran around the track, like
you
punching the
filmed us.
air. Yeah, I stood on this. I stood on the bleachers filming you guys.
Shadow box while jogging around the track. Yep.
We used to watch so many movies in that fucking projector room you had.
Yeah, it was nice. It was it's a good room. It's got memories.
Lots of memories. Goddamn. Watched so many movies in there.
Then but yeah, Mike, back to the soundtracks. Like, I don't know what my favorite movie soundtrack is. I mean, you can't go wrong with The Bodyguard and Whitney Houston.
I don't know. Never seen it. I haven't seen The Bodyguard.
I mean, it's an old ass movie, I guess, but
Yeah.
like the soundtrack, the soundtrack.
Like,
It's got the one with "I Will Always Love You" on.
oh God.
Yeah. Don't oh God.
Oh God.
You'd love that song. You know
Do
it.
I?
Yes. Because everyone loves that song.
Eh.
Make me sick.
Best soundtrack is obviously City of Angels. Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah,
Iris.
I mean, that is a good one, so.
Punisher had Broken.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a standout song on soundtracks.
Yeah.
So you just basically gotta pick which one you like the most.
And Transformers, they always had Linkin Park.
Yeah. Damn.
They simultaneously relaunched Linkin Park's career and ruined it.
Yeah. That was weird. Because I remember when the first one came out.
What I've Done.
Yeah, and what I done was there was the song, and we were like, "Is that Linkin Park?" And we were like, "Yeah, dude, they're back." And then the Transformers movie kept coming. And we're like,
They just didn't stop.
we're like, dude, these are so bad. And then every
I
time,
liked them. I liked every one of them but the third one.
See, I didn't. I liked the first one. The second one, I was like, hey, it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not the greatest.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And then the third one came out, and pretty much the only thing I liked about it was the fact that they had a Victoria's Secret angel to be the
Megan Fox's replacement.
Exactly. But like as far as like storyline, I was like, so this Prime now is evil. It's like Megatron. They just kept making Megatron more and more of a bitch in each movie.
Yeah.
And that rubbed me the wrong way.
I didn't like it.
Because the first movie...
They made him more and more like Starscream.
Yeah. The first movie, he just pounded Optimus into the ground repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like, Optimus couldn't do anything against him. By the second movie, Optimus is like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, just wrecking everything.
Yeah.
And it was just ridiculous. So...
Then you got Age of Extinction. Did you ever watch Age of Extinction?
No, I didn't watch anything after the third one. Age of Extinction is the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
The only issue, the only issue I really had with that was probably same thing everybody else is like. All of a sudden, Marky Mark is like he plays this like nerdy inventor who's like fucking jacked as hell and like Marky Mark, all Mark Wahlberg-y.
all Mark Wahlberg. Yep.
But he's an inventor and he's a scientist and all of a sudden he picks up this alien weapon that has no sights on it whatsoever and he can shoot it perfectly. He's like automatically combat trained and all that. It's like, God damn it.
Yep. Good old Michael Bay films, man.
Yeah, but this last one, The Last Night, actually pretty decent.
Is it?
Actually pretty decent.
Okay, I might have to check that one out.
Definitely check it. And you don't really have to watch. You kind of do have to, because you get to know some of the character, like some of the Autobots from Age of Extinction come back. Bumblebee's and of course in every single one of them. But
he has to be. He's a staple.
Yeah.
By this point.
But you don't necessarily have to watch Age of Extinction.
Okay.
You can. It might help, but you don't have to.
Okay.
It's definitely worth a watch. It's got Anthony Hopkins.
He's a good actor.
And I dug the story behind it. I dug it.
I don't know. Lately, I've just been into, like, I'm not really into movies, like, lately.
Same.
Like, the movies that I do watch, like, I'm very picky about them. And, like, the movies I do watch, I'm like, they've got to be, like, at least, like, 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And they gotta have, like, a coherent story. Basically, I'll only watch something if it's nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, shit.
Like,
yeah.
Like, my favorite movie I've seen in theaters for, like, the, like, past, like, year or two is La La Land.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on HBO now, so.
Super good. You should watch it.
I've been wanting to because our good friend Austin Welch,
Yes.
future guest,
Super cool dude.
super cool dude, works for BuzzFeed. Fuck
Yeah.
him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He's like, I get to get drunk every day at work. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he keeps telling me about La La Land, how it's his favorite movie, all that jazz. I can't really get away from like the Marvel and DC movies. Like I'm into superhero movies.
Yeah.
They're really the only movies that really draw me to the theaters.
Same here. I mean, I wanted to go see the new It, but I couldn't convince myself to go pay the money.
I haven't seen the original except for bits and pieces.
See, I saw the original because my sister is an asshole and used to torture me with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the Stephen King movies. So like, the original Carrie, which, back in the day, scary as hell.
Yeah.
Because like that mom was psycho in that movie. Whoever was the actress that played the mother in that film, kudos to her because she did a good job playing a very strict Christian, psycho, crazy woman. I don't even know, but like Cujo, It, other things like that. Children of the Corn. My sister used to always put that shit on. Friday 13th,
Candyman.
Yep. So I've seen all of them, and then so the new one came out. And I was like, it actually doesn't look that bad. Oh, I might wait for a couple of views.
Yeah, it actually looked really rad. I saw a video the other day because they're going to be doing part 2 next year.
Yeah.
And or maybe
next year or 2019.
Yeah, one of the two. Probably 2019.
Yeah.
But I was seeing it's not official, but someone did a video where the people did with the video casted all the adult versions, and I was really digging the cast. It had Adam Scott in it.
Love Adam Scott so much.
Oh yeah, he's so funny. Have you seen Little Evil?
I haven't.
Dude,
Is that good?
it's hilarious and good. It's quality Netflix film.
I love his role in Parks as Ben.
Yeah.
Him. Oh, Rob Lowe's character in Parks and Recreation.
Every character on there.
Yeah, but
There's not a bad character on there.
I know, but I love Rob. Like the funniest thing I ever saw on Parks was Rob Lowe's character when Ben like loses like his job.
Yeah.
And like he's doing the claymation stuff. And Rob Lowe is like talking and like he like is talking to Ben's character or Adam Scott's character and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's great." And then does the like cut to the interview and he goes, "Ben is literally depressed." And as soon as he said that, I just died laughing.
I just loved like all the super positive, depressing shit he would say.
Yes.
He's like, if I stop being active, I'll die from the inside.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally dying mentally on the inside.
His character was one of the best.
I have to stay active.
I have to stay active to keep my mind off everything. Otherwise, I will literally die.
Rob Lowe has always been such a great comical actor.
He really is. Like his role. Well, he was in Dumb and Dumber, wasn't he? The original one, Jim Carrey.
I don't know. Wasn't he in Tommy Boy?
Maybe I'm thinking Tommy Boy.
Yeah, he was in Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
He was his stepbrother / his mom's lover.
Yeah.
Stepmom's lover. Ah.
Whatever.
Ah!
I know what you're saying. But yeah, no, he's in Tommy Boy.
In Wayne's World.
He was in Wayne's World.
He was in Wayne's World.
Yeah. He was like the quintessential evil good looking guy in the 90s.
Yes.
But yeah, when it comes to movies though, I am pretty jaded on them now, to go spend money.
Yeah.
I go see all the superhero ones. Even
and
though
you're disappointed.
All DC
Especially
moves
DC.
are so bad.
What'd you think of Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman was the only good one. Wonder Woman is the shining light of hope for the DC universe.
Suicide Squad was garbage.
I refuse to go see it.
As you should, because it didn't help. It didn't do anything for the universe.
Yeah. No,
yet.
I mean, Man of Steel I thought was an okay building block.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was the greatest, but I didn't think it was terrible. And then they come out with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the director's cut version.
It kind of helped.
I heard it kind of helped, but
it made it a little bit more cohesive.
Let's be real. It's not a good story.
No.
I understand you're trying to make Superman more relatable. He's not supposed to be.
No.
He is a god trying to live as a human. You know me. I'm a huge Superman fan.
Yeah.
Superman is my guy. But the best thing about Batman v Superman was Batfleck.
Yeah. And we all thought, as soon as we saw that casting.
Everyone thought he was going to be the worst part.
As soon as we saw that casting, everybody flipped their shit. They're like, here we go, Daredevil 2.
Yeah. And no, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was
Best part of that
he was
movie.
the closest thing to Batman's been on film actually ever. I mean, granted, he blew up a lot of people.
Yes.
But that's neither here nor there, whatever.
They took from Batman Returns.
They did a lot from
The Dark Knight Returns. Sorry,
The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller's thing,
which is awesome.
Which is awesome. I love the gritty old man Batman.
Yes,
if you have not seen that animated movie, watch it. That is one of DC's best, if not their best, animated film. DC animated movies are so good.
Yes, I love the Flashpoint Paradox.
That is such a good one.
That was so fucking good. That got me into Flash.
Yeah, Flash is an awesome character. I've loved DC since Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking the animated series back in 2000 with Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman's always been, the moral code that is the big boy. And they turn him into a whiny little bitch. And yeah, I get it. Like I said, you're trying to make Superman more relatable. He shouldn't be. He should be the guy that gets on Batman's fucking nerves. And so Batman v Superman was just a bad movie with bad writing and some bad casting. I think as far as casting overall, good. I think Gal Gadot is awesome as Wonder Woman. I think Ben Affleck is great as Batman. As Bruce Wayne, I think could use a little bit more work.
How did hold on one second? How did you say her name?
Gal Gadot.
Gail or Gal?
Gail.
Gail?
That's how I say it. I don't know.
Gail Gadot.
That's how I heard it on Jimmy Fallon.
Okay. All right, so let's continue on.
But like, I think Ben Affleck's, Bruce Wayne could use a little bit of work.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be a little bit more suave and, kind of playboyish. And I think Henry Cavill is good as Clark Kent and Superman.
Yes.
But for real, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex,
Well, remember when they were talking about fucking Bryan Cranston?
he would have been amazing.
He would have been amazing.
Like, where did that casting go? Like, get Bryan Cranston, or I know people who probably would disagree with me on this one. I would have preferred Vin Diesel to Jesse Eisenberg. Like, he's got the look.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you put him in a role where he has to play like an intimidating guy, he can do that. Lex is supposed to be an intimidating guy.
You know who also would have been good? He played Hitman. Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He would have been a good role.
Yeah,
because he played when he was Hitman, he was bald.
Yep.
Looks the part.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor.
Exactly.
I like Jesse Eisenberg.
I like Jesse Eisenberg, but he is a very limited actor. He has to play the role of a awkward teen that he is smart, but also
He's
naive.
Snarky.
Yeah. Like, he's good in roles like Adventureland, Zombieland, and like American Ultra.
Yeah.
Like, those are the roles he can play. He can't be an intimidating business guy.
No.
He lacks the, honestly, physical presence that Lex should have, the charisma, and frankly, he was a dude with Asperger's syndrome. Like, that's what he was. Like, he played a good Riddler. If he was Edward Nygma, then I would have been all for it.
Yeah, I think that's been discussed before.
Yeah,
I've heard people say that.
Like, he was a terrible Lex Luthor. And I mean, luckily, from what I've heard on reports, he's out.
He is not going to be in Justice League.
Yeah, which, good. Justice League, I'm nervous about.
I've heard it's gotten really good reviews.
See, I've heard it's gotten really good reviews, but I also heard that the original cut was unwatchable.
Really? Well, so Joss Whedon fucking saved it.
Josh Whedon has taken over, which he did the Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's also been in part of Toy Story.
In Toy Story, he did, I want to say he did Firefly, didn't he?
I want to say that too. But, I mean, he's got a good track record.
He does. He really does.
I'm happy DC's kind of gone away from the whole, Zack Snyder's controlling everything.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as a good visual director he is, he has
You don't need that.
I mean, I love The Watchmen.
Yeah.
The Watchmen's probably one of my favorite superhero movies, if not my favorite superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he directed it. He did a great job with it. But with the material he has now, it's not good. And he's just not doing a good job with portraying certain characters certain ways. His ideas for certain characters, just not doing a good job.
No, I remember it. So you have the Death of Superman comic.
Yes, that is my most
Graphic
prized
novel.
possession. First edition.
Yeah.
Death of Superman. It's never been opened. This is my baby.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that in your room, and I remember we watched the Death of Superman, Superman Doomsday.
Superman Doomsday, the animated movie. That was like DC's like first animated movie for their like universe.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was really good, yes.
And
now let me ask you something.
What's that?
How do you feel about Batman versus Superman jumping straight to Doomsday?
I felt like it was a waste.
It was.
But at the same time, I felt like if they would have done it properly, it would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Justin, while we were at work one night, we talked about the whole plot of what we think it should have been. And we pretty much discussed how Batman v Superman should have gone. And it was almost the plot of the movie they gave us. Except the motives were terrible.
Yeah.
Like, Superman had no motive to hate Batman. Batman had somewhat of a motive.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I could understand Batman's motive. But Superman had none.
He kind of did. I mean, he didn't agree with like the way Batman was going about his.
They didn't do a good job showing that.
Yeah.
That was basically just Superman had beef with this dude for whatever reason and was going to bully him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't right. So, but I felt like Doomsday was a waste because they should have done Superman as they should have done Superman as a trilogy. And they should have had Doomsday be the final movie. And I feel like the trilogy should have been broken up to be the start of the whole DC Extended Universe and the very end. It starts with Superman, it ends with Superman. Because Superman is the staple for every superhero. Like him or not, he is the first one. And he is the most well-known superhero.
He's the alpha.
Yeah, like, you can say, oh, yeah, Batman's better all you want, but the S is one of the most recognizable symbols on this planet.
It's not an S.
Whatever. Oh, my God.
It means hope.
It means hope. But I felt like it should have been broken up and Doomsday should have been the end.
Yeah.
Because that way you could have ended the trilogy with Superman dying probably halfway in the movie. You bring in the whole, cyborg Superman storyline, man. Shit, I don't even care if you do what you did with Harry Potter and break it up into a 2-parter. Make it a 4-piece movie.
Mm-hmm.
You bring the whole cyborg Superman, and then you bring Superman's resurrection, and he's back, and he is protecting Earth again. And then that's how you end the trilogy. But I felt like they rushed it because they're trying to compete with Marvel.
Yeah, they gotta create their own expanded universe.
So like we have to compete with Marvel.
Cinematic
Marvel's doing
universe.
Infinity War. We need to get this out now. You're not gonna be able to compete
So
with Marvel.
they're just immediately skipping to fucking Darkseid.
Yeah.
Which I don't like that either.
No. I mean, Steppenwolf's a cool character, but Darkseid is Darkseid. Like,
yeah, he's the end game.
He's looking for the anti-life equation for a reason. He is a bad buck. So I don't like how they're pretty much jumping straight to him. I think
I don't like that either. They Marvel did it right. Okay, so Thanos, end all be all bad guy almost for Marvel. He's one of the end all be all bad.
He's like what he's called New Titans or the Titans. I'm not as familiar with Marvel terminology as I am with DC.
He's called the Mad Titan.
Because I know, Darkseid is considered one of the new gods.
Well, I think Thanos was based off of Darkseid. Or
he was
one or the other. Okay.
Thanos was based off of Darkseid. When they did the Marvel DC crossovers,
yeah,
both of them can hold the Infinity Gauntlet. So I mean, they're basically one and the same characters. Mm-hmm. For all the people that are like, oh yeah, Thanos beat the shit out of Darkseid. No, not true. They are very similar, and I mean, according to other YouTube channels I watch a lot of comic book YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
Darkseid beats the shit out of Thanos, but he shouldn't be the end game, or he should be the end game.
He should be. And Marvel has done a really good job of making, or at least for this phase, this group of phases for their cinematic universe, they've made Thanos the end all be all.
Well, they set everything up.
They set everything up.
They established each hero individually,
while also having this underlying story in the background with Thanos.
They started off with Iron Man, and the last one is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Black Panther is going to be the last one. The most recent one's been Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Next month we have Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, but I mean he's already an established character.
Yeah.
So probably Black Panther or Spider-Man is going to be the last established, hero for, Infinity War, the main.
So we kind of got Black Panther already established in Civil War.
But they're going into Infinity War. They've already got their basic their big core heroes of Marvel besides probably X-Men characters.
Yeah.
Out. So whenever Infinity War's gone, I mean. You can't have... Chris Evans isn't going to be Captain America forever.
No.
Same with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Thor being Chris Hemsworth. These actors are going to move on. They have to. So those characters are going to go with them.
So they're going to have to...
They're not going to be rebooted immediately.
No.
That's... Marvel, and Disney is not going to do that.
No.
So I don't understand why DC is trying to rush to compete with that. Why not wait till Infinity War's done? Go ahead.
because they're going to have free reign.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. I'll be honest. Would you rather see a Batman movie or a Captain Marvel movie? No offense to the lady playing Captain Marvel, I'm going to see Batman.
Yeah, for sure. But Batman's been redone so many times.
Exactly. Well, then
that it's like
a
it's
better
okay.
comparison: the Flash movie,
Oh,
which is
man.
rumored to be the Paradox Flashpoint
It will
Paradox.
be. Yeah.
Are you going to go want to see Flashpoint Paradox?
Oh, fuck
or are you
yeah.
want to go see a different Marvel hero that you probably haven't heard of?
Oh, I'm going to go see Flashpoint.
I want to go see Flashpoint.
I'm definitely going to go see
These
Flashpoint.
are like their main heroes. Like these are like the 7 heroes that generally everybody knows when it comes to DC. And it's like, all right, I know these characters, so I'll watch these guys over the Marvel characters. They have free reign. They can establish each character and create the underlying story. Let Darkseid build up because he is Darkseid. He is supposed to be the guy that comes to destroy your planet and bring the apocalypse.
Yeah.
So, I think the people at Warner Brothers have no clue what the hell they're doing.
We'll see.
I'm hoping with this new brain trust of people in charge of the whole DC Extended Universe, including Josh Whedon, I can't remember her name, but the woman that directed Wonder Woman, and the head creative writer of DC comic books, all part of this brain trust now.
Okay.
I'm hoping that they can kind of right the ship.
I hope they can too, because I mean, it seems to be heading in a right direction with Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman
That was
is
a fantastic movie.
It's the one. There is some criticism I have of it with the final battle being a bit dark, and did we really have to have the guy's mustache popping out of his helmet at us at the end? Like he looked so cool in that plate armor that he made, and then he drags his fingers and melts the plate, and we get to see his face, and it looks the exact same. He couldn't turn into some kind of demon or something. It'd have been way cooler. Come on, but. I mean, it's just small stuff like that.
I can't believe Professor Lupin.
Lupin, no. But yeah, I mean,
that threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
when he was Ares. Spoiler
I
alert.
guessed it early in the movie, and then I was like, nah, it's not him. And then it was him, and I was like, shit. And so, just for the most part, I mean, Wonder Woman was a good movie. It was the shining hope. Small criticisms, but other than that, I mean, it did a good job bringing humor back to the DC universe, so it wasn't so dark.
Yeah.
If I want to see a dark movie, I'm going to go see the new Batman, which supposedly is going to be more of a noir. Or noir?
Noir?
I can't even pronounce it. But it's going to be more detective-y, and I like that idea.
Ooh.
And if that's the case, maybe we'll get to see that side of Batman, which we haven't seen.
No.
Like, if I can see Ben Affleck being a detective and then just being a gritty old man Batman that just wants to break every limb in your body, sign me up. Because that movie, let that one be dark.
Yes.
And introduce us to a new character. Don't give us the same ones like Joker, Penguin. Show us like Victor Sass. They
were talking about Deathstroke.
Deathstroke would be cool.
I would love to see Deathstroke on the big screen.
I mean, he's already actually been cast. Joel Magnolia.
I think I saw that, yeah.
But I think Victor Sass would be a really cool one to introduce. Just he's not known. He's just a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a detective movie,
makes sense, yeah.
That's your guy. You can introduce other side characters in, like Calendar Man. These people that don't really get spotlight from Batman. It's just Joker.
How would you like? Back to Flashpoint. How would you like to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman?
I would, if that is the case, if they do a Flashpoint movie, and they show Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman, and then they show Maggie as Joker, dude, I will love it. I will love it.
I already love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I loved him before fucking he was Negan.
I did too, because I loved him as a comedian.
Yeah.
I loved him as the comedian in Watchmen. And then when you watch The Walking Dead and he's Negan, you're like, oh my God, he's the comedian.
Yeah.
He plays the exact same character as the comedian. Except that it's in zombie worlds. And I mean, I'm not a huge zombie fan, but I
hate
love
zombies.
The Walking Dead, man.
I love The Walking Dead. I hate zombies, but I love The Walking Dead.
Dude, Rick Grimes is so cool. But yeah, it's.
It'll be so fucking cool to see him as Batman.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Especially if they do the costume right, where it's like, the red.
The red, yeah.
They do the red eyes, the red thing, and he's a Batman, no prisoner, kill you. He will play it amazing. And that's what I just hope DC does this stuff right. Like, I don't understand why some of these companies don't hire their fans to write their material for them, Like...
We know what's best.
Yeah, like, we know the characters. Like, it can't be any worse than what you're giving us.
No,
like,
it can't be.
We've seen the reviews for Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. Like, for Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers actually predicted that Wonder Woman was going to be a bust. They thought it was terrible. And it turned out to be made like $820 million worldwide.
That's ridiculous.
Like, you think that movie is a bust? It was the best one by far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully, like I said, Justice League with Joss Whedon at the helm kind of starts to right the ship. I don't think it's going to be perfect.
No.
Because I'll be honest, Jason Momoa, I love him as Aquaman.
I'm not digging this whole surfer dude thing with him.
I don't either. Aquaman's supposed to be a pretty serious guy that, like, he doesn't like to joke around. He likes to handle business.
Like from the original trailers where he's kind of like this loner guy that's like just comes into shore every now and then. Like,
that's cool.
I liked that. And then all of a sudden he's like this fucking dude. He's like this fucking like this adrenaline junkie fucking flying through the air and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know for a fact I'm gonna hate that unless it's just weird for the trailer. But if it's like that in the actual movie where he lands on the fucking Batmobile and you're like, yeah, like the voice just doesn't match up with what's going on to me, and I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
Like, the one thing I feel like DC really struggles with is visuals. The things don't look practical.
No.
And I understand that. I mean, they're using CGI to make these like aliens appear, from Apocalypse. But, I mean, Marvel did it in Avengers in 2012, and it looked way better.
Yeah.
Like, the CGI is not good. So I'm hoping it's better than what I'm anticipating it's going to be. Maybe my low expectations will help. I mean, it helped with Power Rangers.
Power Rangers was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I had low expectations for Power Rangers.
Same.
And then when I went and watched it, I had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was one of the best times I've had in a theater for a while just because of the nostalgia feel. I liked the little backstories they gave the characters.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know I'm in kind of a minority with this where, like, people didn't really like the change in characters as far as, like, some of their backstories and how they interacted with each other. But I don't know. I did. I thought it was a fun time.
I dug it, yeah.
It gave each character a little bit more motivation for what they do. And then, the kid that played Billy, he was the best part of that movie. But I went into it expecting him to be
easily the deepest character.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's the same with Justice League, though. My low expectations are going to help me out when it comes to how good the movie's going to be to me.
Speaking of low expectations.
Have you talked to my ex-girlfriend lately?
What do you think of it? Have you seen the new Star Wars trailer?
I have, and that's about the opposite of low expectations.
I know. I wanted to be sarcastic.
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I haven't seen Rogue One yet, though. But
you don't need to.
I know it's a kind of in-between movie. I'll be honest, I was really hoping they'd do something with, like, Force Unleashed as an in-between movie.
That would be cool. Watch Rogue One.
Yeah, I hear Rogue One's
telling
good.
You, watch it. It makes you appreciate A New Hope so much more.
Yeah. I mean, I remember watching Star Wars the first time, and I was watching A New Hope, and I wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah.
As the older I get, I watch A New Hope, and I'm like, you know what, this is actually pretty good.
And the older I get, the more I appreciate Empire.
Yeah, same here.
Like, I love Empire.
I appreciate the original trilogy more the older I get. Because I remember when I watched them the first time, I was like, these suck. And I was like, Phantom Menace is so cool because Darth Maul.
See, I watched the originals before the prequels, obviously.
Yeah, see, I did too, but I didn't like them.
I liked them,
And then
I was drawn more to the colorfulness of the new ones.
Yeah, I watched the prequels.
The
and I was like,
modernness
yeah,
of
dude,
them.
Darth Maul is so cool.
Yeah,
you
Darth
know?
Maul was-
Pod racing, that was like the coolest thing ever. And then now I watched episode 1 and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. And then you see like episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
And it's
I think
like
it's the
so
worst of the
boring.
trilogy. Worst of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And then Revenge of the Sith is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think episode 3 is pretty good. Granted, Anakin's still kind of a whiny little bitch.
I don't even blame Hayden Christensen for that.
I don't either.
I blame the poor writing.
Yeah, I blame George Lucas. He's not good with dialogue. He created a spectacular universe, but he is bad with character development and dialogue. Yeah. I mean, Ian McGregor, great actor.
Yeah.
Just listen to some of the lines he has to deliver in Star Wars Episode 3. Not good.
Hello there.
Like where he's talking to Padme about Anakin killing the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Anakin killed younglings. And it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
You should not be laughing at Anakin murdering like 50 children.
Have you seen that video? It's of it, and the fucking boat goes down there, and fucking Obi-Wan pops up out of the drain and goes, hello there. And again, the kid is, it's General Grievous, like, General Kenobi. It's like, God damn it.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
I have not seen that video.
The internet's amazing.
It's a good place.
No, okay, but watch Rogue One because they did such a good job of not trying to overdo themselves, like set things like make things how you. If you had the technology now, back then when we made Star Wars, they do a really good job of keeping it technology then.
Practical,
cool. And the story flows so well. It jumps around a lot in the very beginning, and it's going to be hard to follow. But once you get in the shit, you'll love it.
I mean, I've heard good things, and I mean when I watched Force Awakens, I liked it, and I was like, this is exactly like A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
You know. There's just new characters placed in spots of the old characters, and the old characters are now filling in different roles or creating new roles for themselves, like Han Solo. Han Solo was in a completely new role, whereas like Poe kind of took over the Han Solo role.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's cool. I'm all right with that. With Last Jedi, though, I'm nervous where they're going to take the storyline. I
am too, but I'm not nervous. I'm interested.
I guess nervous isn't the right word. I guess anxious.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of questions about Snoke. I think we all do. And then, like, Rey's past. Like, Kylo is a Skywalker. Skywalkers are force sensitive by nature. And Rey just beat the living shit out of him with no training at all.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden she's able to pull a lightsaber clear across a forest and just out-duel him, while a trained trooper and Finn could not do anything against Kylo. So it's like, what is Rey? Is she, you know, there's a rumor that she's a Kenobi.
There's a rumor that she is the chosen one. That whenever there's an imbalance in the Force creates a chosen one.
There's that theory also.
That she is basically an Anakin.
There's also a rumor that she is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
That she's actually Kylo's like twin sister or something. I don't know.
See, I don't see it working like that.
I don't buy it. I don't really buy any of them. I don't really honestly want her to be the chosen one. But I want some kind of explanation of how all of a sudden she knew she had Jedi mind tricks. You know?
Well, they kind of explained it in the movie. So, like, she's figuring out that her power as she goes. And
but it literally happened like that.
It did. It happened a little quickly.
So
I agree.
There's just a lot of questions. And then Snoke was in the movie for a little bit. And you're just like, who's Snoke?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I mean, I've seen
There's
YouTube.
a lot of mystery.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, he's Mace Windu.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like...
Did you see the one I posted the other day where there's that famous that famous scene from A New Hope where the stormtroopers are walking in the Death Star and then one hits his head.
Yeah.
And it's just in the background. You don't really notice it unless someone shows you.
Yeah, it was actually a mishap. The guy couldn't
Yeah,
see out
exactly.
the helmet. Yeah, and then George Lucas just added the sound effect in later.
Someone took they took a picture of Snoke and then they put that picture of that below it. And it said,
like,
God damn it.
like, look at the cut. It's the stormtrooper. That's Snoke.
I was like, this is the best theory yet. Best theory yet.
Dude, the best Star Wars theory is the Jar Jar Binks theory.
Oh my, that's the most well thought out one.
It
yeah.
is. And honestly, like, I know it's just bad editing that, like, some of these things, but, like, if that turned out to be true, you know how happy that would make me? Like, Jar Jar was one of the most annoying characters in cinema history. And if you found out he was actually the reason behind everything, there was a reason why he was so annoying.
There's a reason why he sucks at fighting.
Like, it would be amazing. Like, what if that was the original plan, but he just was such a hated character that Lucas was like, we got to get the fuck out of this guy. Like, that would have been spectacular. So, I don't know. That's the best Star Wars theory to me. I think it'd be cool if somehow, Snoke is like Plagueis.
I don't like that.
You don't?
I don't like that.
I think it'd be kind of cool.
People were talking about Kylo Ren being Darth Revan. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I didn't like that from the beginning.
What if it's like, Sidious reincarnated as Snoke? I don't really like it.
that.
I want him to be kind of a new character.
I do too. I don't.
But
like
I want to
idea of
know
him
where
being
the hell he
anybody.
came from, because, I mean,
There's some theories out there.
was he one of Darth Vader's secret apprentices?
I don't know.
Who knows if that's canon anymore?
Yeah. Well, all the old Republic stuff is canon still.
So maybe this is like an old Sith that has been around
That's one of the theories.
for like a millennium.
Somebody, I can't remember. They talked about it on Journey into Comics a couple weeks ago, but they were talking about Snoke, and they're saying maybe Snoke is like, whatever, like their initials.
Yeah.
S every letter. Sith, no one ever knew about. Sith, no one knew ever. I think that's. I can't remember what the E was.
It's an acronym.
Yeah, it's an acronym, and I thought that was really fucking interesting. What if he was the Sith from back in the old Republic,
That'd be cool.
like way before, like around Revan's time? That'd be
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
he's just sat in the background this whole fucking time.
Like, it would be amazing. Like, but I want him to be a new character, but I need explanations.
Yeah,
And I hope that they give us that.
I think the director came out before the trailer came out. He said, "Hey, if you want to go into this movie clean, don't watch this trailer because it's potentially spoilery." He warned everybody, and I was like, "Oh man, now I don't want to watch the trailer." But of course, it comes up on my feed, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna watch it."
watch the trailer.
So I watch it, and I could definitely see how a lot of things could be potentially spoilery in that trailer, but I also think that trailers tend to mislead and throw people off.
Exactly.
So I think there's a lot of things in there that were edited to make us think things.
Like, I want to know why Luke is on this island. I want to know
Well, supposedly it's where the Jedi originate.
like, that's what I understand, but why has he exiled himself on there? Like, what happened to all the Jedi he was trying to teach? Did Kylo fucking murder
I think
them?
Kylo either murdered them or he took them for himself.
And then, like, if this happened, why didn't Luke stop Snoke? Like, because Luke, according to every other thing, he's the new Grand Master. He is quite possibly one of the most powerful Jedi ever. So could he not handle Snoke? If that's the case, what the hell is Rey supposed to do against him?
Yeah, right.
So, and then it's like, the title is The Last Jedi. Because, I mean, Star Wars, their titles are pretty
Direct.
Pretty direct. You have Star Wars Episode 4, New Hope, Luke. He's the New Hope for the Rebels.
Or the fact that they got the plans for the Death Star. That's the hope.
Or,
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then you have The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Struck Back?
Yeah. they messed up Hoth. There goes freaking Leia being captured and sent to Jabba. Mm-hmm. Luke got his hand cut off. And, Han is in carbonite. And then you had Return of the Jedi. You know, technically, Luke finally became a Jedi. Don't know how, but somehow did.
Yeah.
Doesn't really explain the timeline very well in
Not
those
really,
movies.
no.
Then you have Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Everyone's like, oh, Darth Maul. But no, it's actually Sidious. Attack of the Clones. Clones attacked the droids. And then you have Revenge of the Sith. The Revenge of been plotting an attack on the Jedi for years. They finally did it.
It's a 1,000-year plot, and they finally took it out.
You have The Force Awakens. Rey found her Force abilities.
Yeah.
This one's called The Last Jedi. Who's dying?
See, Jedi can be taken plural too.
Yeah.
And you hear it in the original teaser, Luke say the Jedi have to end.
Yeah.
So maybe he's saying he's putting an end to the Jedi and the Sith. He's just because he's a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
He is a gray Jedi through and through. He's not an official Jedi. Mm-hmm. And so I think he's saying basically this whole light and dark side thing, it needs to end. Because as long as there's Jedi, there's always going to be Sith. And as long as there's Sith, there's always going to be Jedi.
As long as there's light, there's always dark.
But there's not
the yin
Sith
and
right
yang.
now.
Yeah.
Like, Kylo Ren's not a Sith.
Mm-mm.
Snoke
We
might
don't
not
know
be
what
a
he
Sith.
is. Yeah.
Sith.
But I don't know. I look at like The Last Jedi. It's like, what does that mean? They can't kill Luke because they killed Han.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to kill Luke.
And I mean, honestly, Carrie Fisher passed away in real life.
So they have to find an exit strategy for her.
Yeah. So I mean, if you kill Luke in this one, I mean, I could possibly see it in Episode 9.
Yeah.
But if you kill him in this one, I feel like that's going to make a lot of fans not happy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of fans were already not happy about Han Solo, but
it was his time, and he wanted it.
He wanted it in episode.
He wanted it in Episode 6.
Yeah, he wanted it to give his character a
heroic
hero's death.
end. Yeah, and I mean, I think that they did a good job killing him off in Episode 7. I thought it was a good little plot twist because, like, you saw the Adam Driver, great job,
Awesome, yeah,
great job. You saw the conflict in his character and like having to kill.
I hated that people complained about his character so much.
He was a little whiny bitch. That's what the Sith are. He was so good.
Mm-hmm.
He was fantastic. But yeah, I'm nervous about Star Wars. I'm gonna go see it though.
Oh
obviously.
yeah, of course.
If I don't go see it, then I'll shoot myself.
I'm excited that J.J. Abrams is back on board for 9.
J.J. Abrams is a fantastic director.
He is.
I love the Star Trek movies. The third one wasn't that good, but that's because he wasn't at the helm.
Star Trek Beyond.
Yep.
It was okay.
It was okay, but it wasn't.
It was more character driven.
Yeah.
There was a lot of character.
To me, Into Darkness is the best one.
Oh, definitely. Into Darkness was
Con!
absolutely fantastic. Oh my god.
I love Star Trek Into Darkness, and then J.J. Abrams did a really good job of Force Awakens, and I'm happy he's back on board with Episode 9 because I'm hoping that he can bring it to a close with more lens flares.
Oh yeah, all them lens flares.
He's gonna tie it into Lost. You know that, right?
Oh god. And they're back on the island.
Someone's gonna get on a plane at the very end, and he's gonna be like, I have a bad feeling about this flight.
Ah, shit, man. Man, we've been going for a while.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Kristen's texting me.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, is there anything you'd like to add?
I mean, no, I'm just going to plug my channel again.
Do it.
So go to youtube.com, look up a Nader's M. That's without the V. And like and subscribe. Watch my videos. Comment on them. Tell me what you want to see, because I need some ideas for content. I'll do my best to give you guys what you want, because I'm a pretty open guy. I'm willing to do whatever. I have links to my Facebook page and my Twitter. I'm going to try to start live streaming on Twitch also, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, go to that page. Give me a like, subscribe, notifications, whatever you want to do. Just watch them. I'll be eternally grateful.
Yeah.
But that's an Nader's M.
An Ader's M. In Ader's M.
No V.
No V. Well, as always, you can check me out on my Facebook page or Instagram. Facebook is just facebook.com/podcastrophe. Instagram is @podcastrophe podcast. I have Twitter as well. Same handle. but I don't care. I don't use it. You can tweet at me, and I will. If I get tweets, cool, I'll use it. But I don't get tweets, so I don't use it. But yeah, you check us out on the Journey into Comics Network. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, several other things. We recently started doing a new thing called the best of the network thing. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Journey into Comics Best of Week, and every Saturday it airs, and it takes segments from each podcast that aired that week. And it's just a highlight reel, and it's really awesome. If you're not necessarily wanting to listen to an entire podcast that you haven't listened to yet of like one of the other shows, that's a good spot. That's a good place to fucking go in, listen, see if you like it, and if you like it, go check out the other podcasts. You can find all kinds of podcasts on the Journey into Comics Network. Every day of the week, we have a new episode of a podcast.
Hot damn.
We have Journey into Comics, Journey into Wrestling, Game Addicts Podcast, Butt Stuff Podcast, The Poor Report.
That's the one I need.
I'm so unprofessional because I can just, and I'm okay with that, so I can just go in here and check out all the podcasts, see if I'm missing anything. All right, gonna run down it again. Journey into Comics, Foodies Watching Movies, Journey into Wrestling, Podcastrophe, the one you're listening to right now, The Voice of Survival Podcast, The Poor Report, Butt Stuff, and Game Addicts. Check all of those out. Game Addicts is a separate feed. You'll have to subscribe to them separately, but if you subscribe to Journey into Comics, you get all of the others. And let me tell you, they are all fantastic. I love podcasting for this network. I love the people in this network. We are an awesome family of podcasters, and I love it. So, without further ado, thank you all for listening. Matt, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to coming back maybe one day.
I do too. I look forward to having you back.
Hopefully we can get Felipe.
I want Felipe on here because I want all of you guys to understand the charisma that exudes from this guy.
Yes, he will control this podcast.
And that's okay. That's okay because all I want this podcast to be is just a conversation and for people to get to know the people in my life.
Yep.
And for me to get to know people that might not be in my life and have them on and get to know people better. But it's just a conversation. It's just shooting the shit and just talking about whatever comes up. And I have so much fun doing this.
I had a blast, man. I had a great time. Like I said, I cannot wait to come back.
Oh yeah, and you will be. You will be.
Dope.
Hopefully with more people, because that's where this podcast really shines, when we have 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
on.
man. I mean, just shoot me when. I'll try to come down.
I can even come up there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not opposed.
I got space.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, if that is all, thank you all for listening again, and try to make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
Nice outro.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like I planned. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick